You know, last thing I have in Bulgaria was an apartment of my parents. When I sell it, I literally go in the My Town shop and buy the most expensive cutter. It's a fake Cohiba one. And you know how much I pay? Like £150 for it.
You paid 150 for it?
I pay 300 leva, 350 leva.
I know we're live.
Yeah.
I could sense it. I
So
can sense our audience.
I know it's not legit, but I want just something from My Town when I'm gone.
I know
just
what you mean.
to remind me.
Okay, but can I use your cutter, please?
No.
Why can't I use your cutter?
In
I think we're just gonna have a whole live stream of me asking him, "Can I use your cutter, please?" Like,
in
no.
authorized. I will live seriously. Yeah. Say good evening, blah blah.
I feel kind of.
Don't feel. Say the words.
I'm just saying. I feel kind of, just a little bit tired today.
You're with the t-shirt you sleep with.
I know, man. I'm a bit sleepy. You're sleepy too. You were telling me about a minute ago I could fall asleep over here on this chair.
Yeah, I'm telling you with the t-shirt you sleep or using a pyjama.
I didn't even dress up. Ray turns up in like a suit, bow tie, and a freaking
of
waistcoat
course,
and everything.
I respect our viewers.
Oh, you're saying I don't?
No.
Of course I do. I wasn't late, was I?
We've only got Andre and Aaron at the moment. Don't know where everyone else is.
They think we're gonna be late.
Yeah. We were.
No, we weren't. That's your fault then.
So
we were here.
We have only 2 viewers.
5.
Oh.
Christina's back.
Hey, Christina. So, intro time? I guess it's time to do the intro. Is it time to do the intro? Yeah, okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the channel again. Am I too quiet? What are you saying fuck sakes to me for, man? Shut up and cut your fucking cigar with your fake fancy cutter, man.
Yeah.
That you won't let me borrow.
Well done.
Okay, well, that's our intro done. Welcome to another Cigar Rants live video where Ray and I complain about things for the next 2 hours while smoking cigars. Today we're going to be talking about the bullshit that cigar smokers have to go through. Because, yeah, there's a bunch of crap that a lot of cigar smokers have to go through, right? Why are you listening like that? What's wrong with the audio?
Nothing.
Okay, well, you're making me nervous when you do that, man. Stop fucking touching your laptop. Fucking banjoed. So, yeah, we're going to talk about... That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That right there. Him. Alex. This banjoed.
Stop saying swearing words, man.
I'm not swearing. Is that a swear? It's not a swear word. It's a casual word that you use. It's a word of endearment. It means...
Well, we've got someone saying he's from India in the chat, so maybe he knows what it means.
Maybe he probably doesn't know what it means. Shit. But yeah, we're going to talk about some of the bullshit that cigar smokers and cigar aficionados have to go through. And yeah, but before we get into that, let's talk about the cigars we're smoking. Why don't you show them the fancy bands and the cedar strip and whatever. So what are you smoking, Ray? It's not going to focus. Just put it near your face. Yeah, there you go. It's in focus now.
I'm smoking a cigar called El Mulatto, which is made by Heinz Henkel. It's a German manufacturer, made cigars in Spanish islands. It's a short filler, really tasty, made around 1980s. And yeah, quick smoke. It's a Corona size. Nothing mind-blowing, but it's very mild, mellow, with some hints of pepper. It's I smoked pretty much half of the box already, and yeah, I haven't smoked one for a while. Decided to give it a go. They're usually very tasty, so we'll see.
My turn, I guess. I'm smoking the mystery cigar that came in the Cigars monthly Cuban subscription for this month, and I think I put up a post on Instagram showing a picture of this cigar, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. Once you look at the dimensions, it's 5.5 inches long, 54 ring gauge. I think there's only a very few number of cigars with that, with those dimensions. And it's the Partagas Series E number 2. So that's what I'm smoking.
I'm pretty sure they're not that dark.
Definitely Partagas Series E number 2.
Definitely? How you know?
Because I got the 100 loyalty points in it.
And what, you have 100 loyalty points?
So if you guess correctly, you get 100 points. Basically.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I don't think, Fuck it.
Well, you can buy with 100 loyalty points.
You could
How much of that in the money? £2?
£1.
£1.
Yeah.
Guys, it's Spartacus C2. You can't buy nothing with that. So why not?
No, but you know that's how loyalty points work, right? You build them up. It's not like you're gonna get like Tesco points take forever to get.
So I need like 3 year guessing to get a cigar.
No, I managed to build enough points up to like buy a few things.
What? Matchsticks.
No, not matchsticks, man. Shut up. I got like what did I get? I got a massive discount on a pipe. It's a discount.
Pipe?
Yeah, I bought a pipe.
That's another thing I never seen you using.
I've
You're
got a
talking
bunch
for
of
new worlds and pipes, but you never.
Yeah, but I don't smoke these kinds of things with people. These are just things that I enjoy and things that I do myself.
Okay,
right?
so you're not enjoy smoking with us.
What the fuck am I about to do right now?
Not
Smoke?
enjoy it?
No, of course I'm gonna enjoy it. I prefer Cuban cigars, but if I'm gonna like try something new out, I want to like really sit down and try it.
I'm gonna bring you Cohiba tobacco. Pipe tobacco.
I probably won't smoke it. I'm kind of
Why? It's pipe
'cause-
tobacco, Cohiba.
I don't know. I'm just kind of done with pipes at the moment because it's just like every time you smoke it, you gotta clean it, and I can't be asked with that.
Yeah, I know you lazy bastard.
I am. Like once you finish with a cigar, you just finish with it. You just put it down and walk the fuck off, right? See, this is the kind of shit that cigar smokers have to deal with. All I want to do is sit down, smoke a cigar, and this guy's giving me a hard time.
I think we need
So
to.
story number one.
I think
This
we
one
need.
time. No,
we
shut
need
up.
to
This
put.
one time.
Can you mute his mic?
Can you
we
mute
need-
his mic?
We
No,
We
because
need-
you're like 2 meters from each other.
we need to put the 18 number 18 in the red dot in some of the corners. Today will be a lot of swearing. You see how Usman start with all the S words, B words, P words, maybe some other words.
P words.
Yeah, penchot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We've got Ray saying penchant.
you've been
We've got a
warned, guys.
Bulgarian
So
guy in
so
England
today-
saying penchant.
today we'll be ranting a lot. Usman will rant. I am more conservative and more, more gentleman person. So
Man,
I
shut
can't
up, man.
swear.
I've heard you swear.
I'm a cigar aficionado, man. They can't do that one. You know, the cigar sommelier, they need to have the reputation.
Oh yeah, Ray's now a cigar sommelier. Ray's a cigar sommelier. How cool is that? So yeah, congratulations to Ray. That's fantastic news. And I mean, we're making fun or whatever, but I think that's brilliant, Ray. Well done, man. Well done on getting that. Congratulations. Genuinely pleased for you. And I put up a story of you calling me a pussy. So apparently, you're a gentleman.
Yes.
But straight after that,
I'm a real gentleman because I tell the truth, but in your eyes, not in front of other people.
just inch away from it, right? Whatever's convenient. But no, jokes aside, this is brilliant news. So well done on that. And yeah, I guess you said that you wanted to get a couple of other certifications as well.
Yes, I want to pursue now the masters in the cigar sommelier, which is the Rio stuff. Not the cigar sommelier is not Rio stuff, but that was my point originally, to get the masters. But to complete the masters, I
You
first
gotta
need
get
to
these
have the
sommelier
normal
first,
degree.
yeah.
Then I go for the masters one. And yeah, hopefully in the next the aim is to complete it in 2022, which I'm hoping we'll do it.
So Ray, let's get into this because I think we've talked a bunch of nonsense for a while now, or I have anyway. Let's get into the subject at hand. Cigar. When you're out smoking cigars, when you're out kind of enjoying yourself, as soon as you light up, there's lots of occasions where you just get like some bullshit. Now I've got like a bunch of stories. Have you got any stories about that?
No.
You've never had a bad situation?
I'm usually very nice dressed looking, and not many people approach me, to be honest. No, that's a serious point.
Okay, go on. Tell me about
So-
some stories though.
I'm 100% sure if you dress slightly differently, people will approach you in different way.
Yeah.
You know how I'm usually
Of
I
course.
dressed.
Of
I'm
course.
usually with the suit, shirt, stuff. That's my style usually when I go out. You're not gonna see me in a tracksuits or shorts or stuff. Yeah, I wear them, the shorts, but only in my garden. I don't go out with stuff like that. And when I sit in somewhere and smoking,
This is going to
You
be a
know-
short video then.
well, so when you see me somewhere
Prepped him
smoking,
beforehand as well. And he's like, yeah, don't worry. And I'm like, where's your stories then?
I might have some stories here. Don't
Tell
worry,
me
but-
some stories.
But yeah, I think the if you dress in slightly different, people have different approach to you.
I agree. That does make a big difference. I think when you dress in a certain way.
Also, you need to pick the place where you're smoking. So
True.
if you go in every single pub, maybe you'll be alright. Because usually the pub is full with people smoking cigarettes, and they really don't. They even will have some compliments that your cigars smell better than the cigarettes. But if you go in a probably fine dining restaurant, go outside and smoke in cigar, maybe you're not gonna be that well.
Yeah, but we normally do that. Isho's a decent-ish. Isho's like a relatively high-end-ish restaurant, right?
Yeah, well, we've been.
Especially in Leeds, right, Alex?
How many times we've been in issue? Roughly 20 times.
Yeah.
So we've been only once someone making a problem of that with smoking, despite the fact is that smoking terrace where everyone's smoking.
I've had 3 times at Isho.
So for me it was only one time when we basically some drunk ladies say, please can you stop smoking, and
No.
I think at the moment only I smoking. You know, all the other people just stop just relighting or stopping. Or
I had a cigar on.
you have on the same time.
Yeah,
I think
we
we
all
didn't. No, I think some people were just between cigars.
I wasn't. I was on my cigar.
Maybe I wasn't smoking then.
I was.
There.
Yeah, I was puffing while she was talking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
not in a mean way or like a rude way. It was just I was just enjoying my cigar, and she was kind of like yapping on about, oh, you know, we're sat over there and all the smoke is hitting us. I'm trying to imitate her. I feel like that was a good. What do you think? That was good, right? I even did the shoulder thing. Oh, you know, all the smoke is coming at us. I'm like, well,
We're
it's
here
a
to
smoking
smoke.
terrace. What do you want us to do, you know?
And when we tell her that we're planning to smoke for another 4 hours.
Yeah.
And they
That's
were just,
we literally booked the whole segment off just to smoke cigars. And she's like, can you stop? And we're like, no. And then she like...
We even put it in the booking as well, but that's what we're doing.
I spoke to William about it. William's the general manager of the restaurant, by the way. By the way, the restaurant is freaking fantastic. Probably one of the best places to smoke if you're in Leeds. Easily, comfortably the best place for cigars. And even Mace was saying that he really enjoyed it, right? But, you know, the staff there, management, everyone's really good. But sometimes I've had so one incident with us guys, and I think another incident where I was sat by myself and I got some grief as well. But then I'm like, just me, I've done like a photo shoot, I'm wearing comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes. So if I'm doing a shoot, I'm obviously not going to wear ridiculously fancy clothes, right? I'm not going to turn up in a suit for a shoot because it's not a wedding. And I'm not a wedding photographer.
So if you're in a wedding, do you need to go with the suit? If you're a
I don't
photographer?
know. What do they?
If
Okay,
you're a
I assume
photographer,
they
you still need to go with the suit.
Probably some do. Some want to make a good impression, right? Some people don't care because they're freaking middle-aged and boomers, right? Some people do want to care. Okay, that was too far. No, I'm kidding. No, some people, it does. I guess it depends on the brand. I know that some people don't. I know that a lot of people do. Imran kind of, you know, suits up for those kinds of things. A lot of photographers that want to make a good impression, that want to kind of keep in line with whatever, they tend to do as well. But anyway, by the by, I'm not in a suit, right? I'm just wearing comfortable clothes and whatever. I just want to, we just finished the shoot. I want to go there. I want to sit down and just, you know, smoke a cigar. That's literally all I want to do. And I'm just sat there enjoying my smoke. And couple come after me. So they see me and I see them looking at me as well. And I've got my cigar in my hand. I'm smoking the cigar. They know that I'm sat there smoking a cigar. They sit down in the booth just ahead of me, and then they complain at me like, oh, can you please stop smoking? I'm like, mate, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All the booths are open. You can sit anywhere you want where the smoke's not going to hit you. But you decided to sit right there and then tell me that, whatever. And then they just kind of, it didn't get heated, but you know when someone's just kind of like pestering you to stop for a second.
It's like moving house next to a school and complaining about the children.
Yeah, basically. So that's happened a few times in different locations where someone will see me smoke a cigar. They'll know that I'm sat there specifically smoking a cigar.
Do you think it's because people just wants to have a banter with someone, or just
That's not banter though, is it?
they just wants to be always complaining of stuff? Because there's a type of people which complaining constantly from everything. Or everything it happened, they complaining. I think at some point they need to be like psych evaluated about that, some diagnosis or something. It's, you can't just complain of your life, of everything.
Yeah. Another occasion, similar kind of thing, right? So this was kind of like, this was couple of years ago. I was at Mrs. Athers. Alex, you know where Mrs. Athers is, right? Mrs. Athers is technically a coffee shop, but their teas are better, I think. So a lot of people go there for their tea. They've got a really good selection of really high quality tea, right? Stuff that you're not interested in, generally, I believe. I think you're not particularly interested in tea, right?
I drink tea every day. I drink coffee once in a week.
Okay, so you are
What do
interested.
you think I'm
I
interested?
got mixed up, man. Chill out. I knew it was one or the other. They're whatever, man. They're about the same. Shut up. So, tea.
Obviously, you're not interested in tea because you drink compote all the time when I see you. You don't drink proper tea.
What was that compote? What
Compote is English tea with milk. It's compote.
What the fuck is a compote?
Yeah, it's you know what is compote?
I know what compote is.
Fruit with sugar and water. So you drink tea with milk. It's compote. No, there is no tea aficionado drinking tea like that.
Listen, man. Okay.
You need to have some passion for the tea. Drink something nice, decent.
Listen, when your country starts growing tea, then come talk to me about that shit. Okay. Until then.
Well, I can't see you drinking that kind of. You're drinking Tetlis or whatever is in there.
Where do you think that's from?
Where do you think it's from?
They don't grow Yorkshire tea in Yorkshire.
Yeah, I know. But if you drink proper tea, you're not using.
It is
First of all, you not
proper
put
tea.
milk. First of all, you not put milk.
Listen, man. Brown
And
people
second-
put milk in tea. Okay. I'm gonna pull out the race card on this one.
And second, you're not using the packages. You use tea, loose tea.
As Alex Burns says, we rule the waves on tea and milk.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't get look. From time to time I drink tea with milk, but I don't classify it as a tea. For me, it's like
Milkshake.
milkshake from tea exactly. So I
Oh
classify
my
it
God,
as
this
a.
guy.
It's the same if I open a bottle of Coke or a bottle of Fanta. That's the same for me. So I'm drinking tea with milk, but I don't classify it as a tea. If I want tea, I make I have
What kind
loose
of tea do you drink?
Oh, I have all kind of stuff. I have Darjeeling. I have the tea long. Whatever was the Chinese one. I have like 5-6 different Chinese. I can't remember all of the names. Oolong. I have matcha.
Jasmine tea, matcha tea.
Well, jasmine is not I'm not fan of the jasmine
really?
at all.
Jasmine is beautiful.
I like strong tea with jasmine, a little bit of jasmine.
Oh,
but
I see.
Not
So
a
you prefer a stronger tea?
Yeah. So not always black tea. I like green tea as well. Love green tea, but I don't like the packaged stuff like what they called the popular ones.
You know, I've got some really badass tea from a company called Postcard Teas, right? And
I
Postcard
don't
Teas,
know.
like
You always offer me the Tetlis or whatever is in there, Yorkshire tea.
I've literally never offered him tea.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've never offered you tea. I've never offered Alex tea either. I'll be like, look, if you want to make tea, make it yourself.
Speaking of British things,
Yeah.
Christina, also in the UK, has been worried about the heat, as we all are in England when it gets above 17.
Drink some tea to cool down. No.
No, she was.
It's not that hot.
She's got her cigars in the fridge. Because they got too hot.
Is that good?
It's not bad.
Does it work?
Yeah, if you can't cool them down, put them in the fridge.
I should probably do that, right?
Well, depends what's the temperature over there. What's the temperature in your humidor?
Upstairs, it was getting to like 26.
If in the humidor is over 24.5, it's better put them on the understairs or some
Yeah,
cold
no, I did.
place. So there's nothing wrong to put them in the fridge.
Okay.
The problem is you can't just take them one out of the
She's
fridge
in
and
Sweden.
smoke it.
Forget that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're
She's
in
in Sweden.
Sweden?
I know she's in Sweden. That's why I was thinking to tell it.
Do
She's
they
not in
even
UK.
have weather there? Or is it just like a...
I'm reading the wrong comment. Aaron said it was too hot in the UK. There.
He's got one job. This Benchwood has one job,
No,
right?
I don't. I have like 4 jobs.
He has one job. Read the comments.
If you want, you can swap him next time.
No.
You can read the comments.
His
I can
job's
talk with
tougher.
Alex. It will be much fun to talk with Alex.
His job is a lot harder. My job is smoke cigar and talk shit to you. So anyway, coffee shop or whatever, right? Mrs. Athens. Great spot, by the way. I highly recommend them. They've got some really nice teas. The kind of teas that you'd be interested in.
Yorkshire tea.
Oh my gosh, this guy. This guy. This guy. And then you wonder why I swear. Look at the company I keep. No, honestly, jokes aside, I think you'd enjoy it there, right? So, I don't know why I had a Siglo 6 at the time, but I just had a Siglo 6.
Yeah, you're
And
a rich person, mate.
no,
Smoke
I'm not.
expensive
Okay,
cigars.
look.
Look at me, I'm smoking a 10p cigar.
What cigar? Wait, what cigar were you gonna smoke? Tell them what cigar you were gonna smoke. Go on.
Yeah, I have.
No, not that one. Not that one. Tell them what cigar you were gonna smoke.
I'll smoke it tomorrow.
And then you said you were gonna smoke a
Yeah,
Cuban.
it's in my other box, so I'll
Okay,
smoke it
what's it?
tomorrow.
What is
Smoke
it?
tomorrow.
What is it?
I don't know.
What is it?
Well,
Tell them
people
what
will
it
see-
is.
People will see on Instagram.
No, no. Tell them what it is.
It's a cigar.
Oh, you're so rich. I don't tell them what cigar it is.
A cigar.
Which one?
Cohiba.
Which one?
I think it's Robusto.
The
It's
cigar
Robusto.
sommelier thinks.
Yeah, I think it's
No.
Robusto size.
Which Robusto?
Cohiba.
Which Robusto? Oh my God! Don't. Which Robusto?
Cohiba.
Yeah, but which Cohiba Robusto?
Well, it's from the with the lastest bands, so it's after 2013 something.
You. Oh my God. He was gonna smoke a Grand Reserva, right? And he's gonna give me crap about smoking a Siglo 6.
It's fake. It's fake. Yeah, I don't.
It's fake.
It's fake. So it's £5 cigar.
£5 cigar, yeah. Look, I can't remember why I had a Siglo 6. I think I was just... No, I know why. Oh, yeah. I wanted to smoke it, but I couldn't bother going anywhere, so I thought, screw it. I'm just going to get a good cup of coffee. Because normally, when you go to, like, places which are good locations, they all have, like, crappy coffee. Hotels with, like, good spots. Like the Lock and whatever, right? Good location, crappy coffee. And I just didn't want to deal with that. So I wanted, like, a really good coffee along with my cigar. So I went to Mrs. Ather's, ordered the flat white, sat outside. I was by myself, completely by myself, right? And I'm smoking my cigar. I'm halfway through it. And I'm right on the edge as well, right? I'm like far away from everyone. And it's not that sunny. It's like relatively warm, but enough, you know, like enough that you can sit outside and smoke a cigar, but not enough that you'd want to sit outside if you weren't. So, and there's plenty of seats indoors as well. And then this girl and a boyfriend, young people, right? They walked past me. I can say that now, Alex Cart, because you can still hear high-pitched sounds. We'll get to that later. So they walked past me. Clearly, you can see. I mean, Siglo 6 is a big cigar, right? It's not like you can hide it very well if it's in your mouth. Just saying. So they walk past me. They look at me, see me smoking a cigar, and I'm not trying to act cool or anything. I'm just drinking my coffee. I'm just looking on, like, you know, some bullshit on YouTube or whatever, and just enjoying my cigar. I was just enjoying the vibe. And then behind me, I just hear them going,
If it was me, when they passed around me, I'm gonna make a big puff, and I'm gonna retrohale properly, you know.
I was retrohaling.
See it, you know what I mean properly. To see all the smoke coming from your nose, not from your mouth. Let them see their face then.
As Andre asked, why are you trying to hide a cigar in your mouth?
But do you know what I mean? I was basically saying, it's like, you can't hide a cigar in your mouth. So they walk past me, and then they start coughing behind me, like, loudly, you know, all that kind of crap. And then she's like yapping away, saying some dumb shit. So I just got my earphones, because I just didn't want to deal with it, because I was enjoying the cigar. The cigar was tasting really nice, for once. And I thought, oh, whatever. And then they got past me, and when they were walking past me, they just like shoved my elbow. But I didn't do anything. I just thought, it's okay. And then they kind of walked past, and then, you know, the girl looks at me and she mouths something or whatever. But I had my earphones in, they're noise cancelling, so I didn't hear what she said. And then they walked off and whatever. So yeah, that's another story I had to deal with, where they could clearly see I was smoking a cigar.
I don't mind people make a comment and stuff, but if they come into the close contact, then will be issue.
Yeah, no, I would have. But then it was a £45 cigar bought in the UK. The last thing I wanted to do was...
Oh, yeah.
So, honestly, I
don't smoke that expensive cigar, so I don't mind throwing the cigar over him.
What's the cigar you're smoking tomorrow?
It's a fake Cohiba.
What? Which one?
£5.
Oh, yeah. It's a fake one.
Yeah.
That's me, bro. If it's not fake, yeah, I'm coming to your house and taking it in it.
Come, there's only 2 left.
Are there? Am I invited?
Hmm?
Am I invited?
I'll smoke them before you come.
Shit. But no, I mean, I just didn't want to kill the vibe, because you know when you're smoking a cigar and you're really enjoying it, you kind of become a little bit more chill. Like you're not like your temper doesn't kind of go like that, does it? I find myself anyway. I mean, I'm quite relaxed.
No, I can't. Honestly, I can't remember last time I've sitting alone on a bar, coffee, whatever, and smoking. It must be 10 years at least. I don't usually sit in alone in the place, and
You sit alone in your house, man.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see.
I don't go on
You don't go outside.
coffee
and
on stuff and sitting. If I'm meeting someone,
Mm.
yeah, of course, chatting, smoking, drinking stuff. But going alone on the place, I don't find it enjoyable. Why I'm gonna go there if still I can stay in my garden and
Yeah, but Usman's a writer, so it's his job to sit in cafes with a laptop.
to look fancy, he just
Piss
missing
off,
the
mate.
he just
Piss
missing
off.
missing the French barret.
I hate you. What is it, man? Every day.
It's true, is it
I'm
not?
just. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay, no, that's true. I
So
have
you
done
have
that
a-
a bunch of times.
You have an inspiration, or is that one of the
No,
your
I
co-
was writing an article.
if,
Shit. Oh no.
or if that's some date which didn't arrive,
No, I was married then.
Oh, he was married back then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I did get hit on during that after that incident, right? So the girl who was serving coffee, barista, right? She was kind of serving coffee, and then I ordered another one because obviously one coffee is not going to be enough through a whole cigar, right? And at the end, I shouldn't be telling the story.
No.
No, she just.
It's her job to be nice to you.
No, she didn't do it. It wasn't
I
nice.
can tell the
It
story.
wasn't that.
I have a few stories already in my mind. So yeah.
You've got a few stories. Okay, so she at the end of it, I could see that I made a bit of a mess in terms of the ash, right? So I went inside, just common decency stuff, right? I just asked, I said, look, guys, I made a bit of a mess. Any chance I can grab a cloth? So she was there, and she's like, yeah, of course, no worries. And then she's like, no, we'll clean it. So I was like, no, I made the mess. Let me just clean it up. You guys, whatever, this and that. So got the cloth, cleaned it up, did a good job, ish. Cleaning it up, went back in, threw it in the bin, sat back down, finished the end of my cigar. At the end of it, she comes over, she sits like, so, Mrs. Athers, they've got tables on the side and they've got like that big wooden block table thing. So she sat on top of that, and then she starts talking to me, and she goes, hey, so I'm going to this party, it's after work, so we finish in about 10 minutes. Do you want to come and join me? And I was like, yeah, maybe another time. I was good.
Yeah, I think the smoking and cigars attract a lot of women's.
I don't know about a lot. I think
Well,
some.
some percentage is just attract. I don't know. Maybe it's been old time thing. They just think. I don't know. That's what I think. But I have a story. I was sitting outside in Leeds. I've been on a night out with a few friends, but I was the only person smoking cigars. There was a few people smoking cigarettes, and they constantly coming out and smoking. I decided, going outside. It was nice weather. I just get my drink outside and smoking, and as I say, watching a phone or chatting with someone. And I was literally probably halfway of that big cigar. I was literally on the end.
Yeah.
And some lady passed around me, but it was a big cigar, probably 54, 55 ringgit, something like that. And there was a few group of ladies passing around me. Oh, look at him, he's fancy boy, smoking cigars, blah, blah. Well, I'm not remember did I have the beard back in the time. Without the beard, I look more younger. And clothes as well, stuff like that. And one of them say, can I try your cigar? I say, well,
Hell no.
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 No, but I give her the cigar because I was literally about to throw out the cigar. But I think that was if I'm
Here
not,
are some of my germs.
that was one of the probably strongest cigar I smoked back in the time. And she wants more. I say, okay, take it. I have got another one. So, and she say, I'll give it back. I say, no, you can keep it. Smoke it. I have another one. That's fine. She literally take 5 puffs, and I can see her start wobbling when she's walking. Like that. It's like being drunk or something. And it's very nice. It's very nice. And
she could probably feel her brain just move.
yeah. I think she inhaled it or something. It was, imagine you inhaling some Maduro. I literally.
What did you give her? What was
I
it?
don't remember. It was 2-3 years ago, before the lockdown. Way
Did you
before the lockdown.
try and tell her, listen, slow down.
No. She wants to try. I usually won't give my cigar,
Okay.
but it was literally on the end, and I want to see. I've seen.
but did
she's
you
not
want-
an experience.
But did you want to tell her slow the fuck down?
No.
No, okay.
I say, do you know how to smoke? Yes, I know how to smoke. Okay.
Oh, she wanted to be a
That's
hero.
your cigar. That's your cigar. That's fine. And literally, she stayed for 5 minutes around me. she carry on walking, wobbling, and I see her throwing the cigar like literally in the next corner. And probably she will never smoke a cigar again.
No. That could have been another aficionado, man. You killed it for her.
She won it.
As Christina points out, who is an actual woman,
Mm-hmm.
smoking cigars.
Oh, you had to point that out.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for that. Thank you.
We don't know many.
You don't know, I know.
I know women who don't smoke cigars.
I know women who
Smoking
smoke cigars.
cigars showcases patience, which is an attractive attribute to most people. Or you're mistaken for being rich. You decide.
Yeah, I was thinking to point the rich point, but I don't
Yeah.
want to sound sexist or something because
No, but it does come across if you're wearing that and smoking a cigar.
yeah, I know. I've been
Yeah.
approached people thinking I'm crazy rich or something,
Yeah.
which obviously is not right. But yeah, that if you dress in specific way, that's been all the time in the past. You know, if you dress in specific way, if you do a specific stuff, especially smoking cigars, a lot of people which not smoking still think that is only for the rich people, only for the high class society.
Yeah.
You know, the politicians, the actors, the stuff like that, which is completely nonsense. We're 21st century. You know, you can be working in Tesco and still smoking cigar every day. So that's you know.
Because there's a massive gradient of price points. It's not like every cigar is going to cost you 50.
Yeah, but the
quid each.
people don't know that.
True.
And
True.
another annoying thing, which annoyed me personally, especially even with the friends, which let's say I have a couple of friends coming in my house like a few weeks ago, and their daughter, she's like 18 years old or something. She literally, I smoke all the time outside. She keeps staring at me like that. You know, I ask her, do you want a cigar or something? She's old enough to smoke. She's like 18, as I say something. No. And every 2 minutes, what's the taste now?
Huh?
What's the taste now? Every 2 minutes, she asks me, what is the taste now? And I try to explain her that the cigar actually don't taste. It's the aroma and you know, the things in the
Cigars have taste.
Well,
they've got.
She think the cigar tastes like raspberries and
Like a flavored cigar.
Flavored cigar. See,
Okay, so just
it's
explain
not flavored cigar.
Just explain
It's
like
have
tea or coffee,
aromas
right?
and stuff when you're smoking, and literally carry on. Is it changed now? Is it changed now? Literally every 2 puffs. And also, is that cigar very expensive? I say,
Oh my gosh.
well, depend. There's expensive cigars. How much is your most expensive cigar?
But this is.
Where did you
this is
buy it?
someone who's interested, right? It's not.
Well,
It's you know.
I know, but you know when
there's
you're like,
a way of asking that
If
questions.
somebody's that young,
oh yeah, she's 18. I think. Yeah. That's true. Ray, no, you're the dickhead.
No, it's that annoying me. You know, I would never, even if I'm
But
in
you
the
gotta
bar.
but you still gotta have a
If
certain kind of way of responding to that. Like you can't, because she's not being.
Well, I'm not gonna. It's just obviously daughter of friends of mine, so it's not someone.
Is that person watching?
No, but none of my friends watching that stuff.
Okay, good.
yeah.
Yet.
I don't mind telling what I'm thinking to everyone. You know, I'm not a person which talking behind the backs of the people or something. It was just annoying that, and that's what probably the example which is the freshest ones. You know,
Okay.
I've got many of that like in the past when let's say you're meeting people in the bar or pub and they have another friends with them and people which don't know you, and you start smoking. Oh, you're smoking cigars. Oh, that's very expensive. Oh, how much is that cigar? And why you pay so much for a cigar which you're smoking for 1 hour? That kind of question, which literally, you know,
I don't mind the question. Is that really expensive?
It's annoying
because that's like that question is from a point of interest. But then the question of the second question that comes after that, which is no, hear me out.
No.
The first question, hear me out. The first
No.
question of. The first question. Fuck you both. Okay?
What am I saying?
Because you cheerlead him on, man. You're his groupie.
Someone need to have a group. If you can, I have.
So, I don't mind that question. You know, when someone asks, how much was that cigar? Was it expensive? Blah blah blah. Because that's coming from a point of interest. But that second question, how come you smoke if what's the point smoking if you can't inhale? Or what's the point smoking if you're only gonna how much? It's a waste of money, isn't it? You spent all that money just so you could.
The inhale question, yeah, it's another annoying. Why you're smoking if you can't inhale? What's the point?
But the other
Obviously,
one is
the
like,
people don't know. You can explain
but
them.
the other question is,
I don't like the question. How much is that cigar? If you're a cigar smoker, and if you ask me, okay, where I can find that cigar, how much it costs, absolutely, I will explain you
That's a different
how much
question.
it's in UK, how much you can find it in Spain, in stuff where I know. But someone which have absolutely no idea of
That's a fair
smoking,
point. That's a fair point.
and ask you how much it costs, why he ask you?
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. That's a
So
fair
I'm
point.
not asking how much he pay for a rum, how much he pay for a car, what car he buy and stuff.
Yeah, how much
No,
is
ask
that
me
t-shirt?
that. Yeah, I'm not asking if you're wearing, Gucci or something, some expensive stuff. I'm not asking how much they cost, because I know, but that's another point.
But that's another thing. If we're trying to kind of challenge this idea that cigar smoking is for rich people, if somebody has that impression already and they're asking about that, then it's an opportunity, right, to show that you don't have to spend a huge amount necessarily.
Yes, but even still, if you say that cigar is...
No, if you're smoking a Siglo 6.
If you start... Well, let's say you're not smoking Siglo 6 or Davido, you smoke 20 quid cigar.
Yeah.
Which for UK is probably one of the cheapest stuff you can buy.
That's like an
You know,
average
15,
price.
15, 20 quid.
Average price.
If you say again, that's 15 pound cigar, they will still carry on,
it's
continue
like,
that.
15 quid. But then how long does it last? About an hour. So you spend 15 quid for that hour.
Exactly,
Oh,
that's
man,
how it
that's
looks.
so much.
That's
That's
how
so
it
much,
looks.
man. Like you could buy boxes.
But if you say that actually you smoke one cigar a day,
So you spend 15 quid every day.
well, if you
It's like,
smoke
that's what
cigarettes,
it-
you spend more than that.
But you know what I mean? I'm saying, that's kind of like the line of...
Just the people don't understand. It's very lack of information about
No, but it's
why actually enjoying the cigars. It's not a habit. It's not a cigarette. Instead of cigarettes, you're smoking cigars or something. It's just pure joy and aromas and everything. And sometimes people start understanding when you start explaining. Especially, I am a little bit of geek on that, and I start properly explaining that what kind of stuff you can find in a cigar. What's the difference? I start again the whole tells the world idea that the cigarettes is nothing close to the cigars.
Yeah.
It's a different stuff, and
Yeah,
the difference between them.
We had that light 'em up discussion as well.
So yeah, it's but it's annoying. I hate people asking me for money and if they don't know me. That kind of. If it's a good friend, that's fine. I'll tell them. That cigar is that much.
Yeah, but
that.
they're asking like if I ask you about a particular cigar, I'm like, okay, how much is it? I'm literally asking
But
because I'm potentially
you
gonna buy it.
smoke cigars.
No,
it's other point.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
someone.
saying. No, that's what I'm saying. When I ask you about
Yeah,
a
don't
particular
point
cigar,
that one. I don't
I'm
point.
like, how much is that cigar? You'll tell me. I'm like, okay, right. So I want to buy 5 of them. That's generally where the discussion leads. I kind of need to know what the price is before I can think. But yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, it's a different segment in terms of, because the intention behind that question is slightly different, and it's not the same, is it?
Yeah, another annoying stuff just come in my mind. Bunch of friends.
Oh, I thought you didn't have any.
Well, they just came in my mind.
Okay.
As I say, bunch of friends came from Cuba. Obviously, bring Cuban cigars.
And some fakes.
Well, I don't know. It's
Some
fake.
glass tops.
I don't know if it's been fakes or no. I didn't see them. And I've seen them. Actually, I used to know them from another friend, so I've seen him for the first time. And I bring my cigars with me, not Cubans, obviously. And I take a cigar out of the case. It was some small Vito. I'm not sure what was the cigar. And they say, "Oh, you smoking cigars?" I say, "Yeah, I'm smoking." "Oh, we've just been in Cuba. We buy 7 boxes, 11 boxes, some number." "That's fine, okay. What's that cigar?" And I tell them what was the cigar. "Is it Cuban?" "No." "Oh, then it's shit, then it's not." Say, "Why?" "Man, only the Cuban cigars are real cigars. Everything else is not cigar. It's something made somewhere." I say, "But it's better than the Cubans you bought." "How do you know?" "Say, I've smoked Cubans, and that is better than some of the Cubans. And I'm pretty sure it's better than what you bought."
What did you buy?
Yeah, what you buy, because obviously if you don't...
No, what
if
did
you
you
don't,
buy? Did you know?
And I have no idea, I didn't ask
just
them.
like typical Cuban cigars. Cohiba.
What they gonna buy? They're not gonna buy Reservas and stuff. They're gonna buy Cohibas
yeah.
or maybe fake Cohibas even.
Robustos.
You can't find a lot of stuff in Cuba, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find rare stuff and
Yeah.
etc. And that was very annoying. That again, oh no, if it's not a Cuban, it's not stuff. I've been in the bar. Another example with the same topic. I have been in the where have I been? In Spain.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in Spain. I open a cigar and I remember the cigar I smoke. I smoke La Gloria Cubana Serie R Maduro, which is not Cuban, but it's dark as the dark
It's
as
like
black.
a black cigar.
Black,
Yeah.
completely black.
I've seen that.
And
I haven't
it
smoked
was
it.
big green gauges.
It's like a super. Is that a strong cigar? See, I saw that wrapper and I was like,
Yeah.
not for me.
It's very
not
strong.
for me.
It's very strong, but it's tasty.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in a bar which was close to the beach, open. You know, in Spain it's quite open. You can smoke on many bars and stuff outside. Start smoking, and the guy next to me smoke Partagas D4 or E2, something with a red band. And I just, you know, say, nod my head, say hello, see fellow smoker, and he say, "What are you smoking? Is that a fake cigar?" I say, "No, it's real." "What is it?" I say, "La Gloria Cubana." "But they're not black." I say, "Yeah, the Cubans are not black, but that's not Cubans." "Then it's fake. Nobody make them if it's not Cuban." I say, "Yeah, they made them in America, you know, for American market." No, you're mistaken. No, throw that one. I'll give you another cigar." "No, I have my cigar. That's fine. Thank you for your cigar, but I have..." Come on, man.
I take that. Oh, thank you very much.
Literally,
and then carry on smoking.
It was a little bit annoying, but the guy take it in a good way.
Yeah.
So we'll sit in for the next 3 days every single day together and smoking, and I start explaining him about the cigars and stuff. And when we go to the local tobacco shop, so we go together, and there was a section with the New World stuff.
Yeah.
And I say, "Look at that. That's not Cubans." Say, "I never bought from that. I just bought over there. You know, I buy only Partagas and Cuba. I don't try anything else."
Yeah.
So it's another. You don't know what is it. He's
but
trying to convince me that basically.
I think from the sounds of it, he wasn't coming from a bad place.
No.
He was coming from a.
He start rough. You say, no, that's fake.
But even then, he was coming from a point of like, because if he's offering you a cigar, do you know what I mean? He's coming from a good place he's coming from a place of concern. As opposed to
he was just, you know, bit of annoying in the beginning. Maybe if you just carry on raving about my cigar, it would be way more annoying. But he came understandable,
he paid attention as well.
You see that I know a few stuff about cigars, and I try to explain him the difference, why that can be sold in Europe, why is it, and he stayed interested. And as I say, we've been on that place for a week, and then the rest of the few days, we literally every day smoking cigars with that guy on the same bar, and we.
But the Spanish market for Cubans is like huge anyway. I mean, I don't think they've got a massive market for New Worlds, right?
Well, they have.
Do they?
Yeah, they have Vega Fina is very serious there. Aurora is quite big there.
I got the impression that, you know, Cubans were like.
They don't have a lot of stuff like, you know, Tatuaje, Roma Craft.
They've got a lot of.
They have the old traditional stuff. As I say, Aurora is quite big there.
Yeah.
Vega
they've got
Fina,
Davidoff, Fuente. That's what I saw in the stores.
Yeah, Davidoff, Fuente.
Yeah.
They have stuff. Not like great. Most of the Estancados, I think, is the name in the Spain where the cigar shops are selling cigars. Usually, it's quite big. Cubans, even limited editions, originals, and a very small section of few Vega Finas, some cheap stuff, El Brujitos, and that kind of stuff, and some Fuentes. That's what they have. Maybe Davidoff, of course.
That's what I saw when I was in their store. I was like, okay, they've got Davidoff, Fuentes, and a few others, but they were like very well known, so Padrones, stuff that you can quickly identify as X brand.
But
so
the Cubans are cheap there.
Cubans are very cheap there.
So it's not much of you can't convince very easy people which smoke Cuban for £15 and you sell him the New World, which will be same price or maybe more expensive, to switch from Cubans to the New World.
I agree.
Here is way easy because sometimes the price difference is not that that small. You know, it's a big price difference, and
not anymore.
Well, yeah,
the prices have really adjusted in the last few years. In the last few years, they've really changed up, and now we've got like they're very, very similar in terms of price points, if not New Worlds being slightly more. That's changed, right?
I can tell you a good example.
Go on.
A good story about the smoking.
Go on.
Let me light my cigar. So
second cigar. Tell them about the second cigar.
Second cigar is Hoyo by Hoyo, AJ Fernandez. Strong.
Show the band. Hopefully,
not gonna see it.
Put it in your face. No. Why?
So the stories. It was probably one of the very last trips back to my country. I haven't been many often then, but yeah, it was one of the last trips, probably 5-6 years ago. No, less than that, 4 or 5 years ago. And back in my country, it's not legal to smoke in the restaurants.
No, but you do.
But that's the wild east.
Wild east.
You can do whatever you want.
It's not.
Well, yeah, you can.
Is it? Okay.
And I'm first evening. Few friends say we're going to the best restaurant in the city now. It's a new restaurant, very popular, fancy place. I said that's fine. It was cold outside. It's probably November, something. And I say, well, I hope I will manage to smoke cigars. Oh, yeah, you smoke. Okay. So we're going in the very fancy restaurant. Imagine look like Michelin star restaurant. It's not Michelin, but very fine dining.
It's on that level, yeah.
And everyone's smoking inside. Everyone, cigarettes. Every single, it was like smoke inside. Well, it's a good ventilation, but still you can see like 50 people smoking. And I just get my cigar, ask for ashtray. They give me ashtray. I start smoking. That's indoor. It's not outdoor. And it's potentially illegal. But everyone smoked, so I'll smoke as well. Start smoking, literally like half an hour, 40 minutes into the cigar. It was around midnight. And the waiter come close to me and say, we're going to have somebody from the government check that other people smoking here. Can you hide your cigars? We'll carry on smoking after that. So they take out all the ashtrays. We hide the cigar. Well, I've been the cigar. It was not a big one. So they take out everything, and literally someone come and check, make the protocol that everything is fine. And 10 minutes later, all the tables have the ashtrays again.
And the guy who came in, he was smoking while he came in, right? That would have been funny. Are you lighting your cigar with a Zippo? No?
Don't tell the people, they're going to start hating me. You can't see that on the camera, so...
Lift it up, let people see. No, don't change the camera.
Yes, man, I never hide it. It's a Zippo.
It's a Zippo, right? Oh no, Ray, your cigar's gonna get ruined, man. Oh, you should never use a Zippo. No, Ray, don't do it. Oh no. Oh my god, your cigar's ruined now. Fuck.
You literally, I don't care.
I know.
It's something I put in my mouth.
But you know when we went to that place, and then I pulled out the Zippo, and the owner's just looking at me like, Alex is like, don't tell the story.
It's a great example for annoying thing.
It is a great example
from
for
someone
things,
which
right?
smokes
for someone that who's supposed to like
teaching you how to smoke.
Like, leave me alone. Let me just enjoy my cigar. And then I ordered the coffee, right? Because I like drinking a coffee when I'm smoking a cigar. And I'm getting like a hard time from that. And I'm like, mate, I'm in your store. Can you just... In my head, I'm thinking this. I'm trying to be polite, whatever, right? Because other people are with us. I don't want to make a scene about it. But I want to smoke my cigar. I've got a Zippo. I enjoy lighting my cigars with a Zippo. It's just quite... one, it's tactile. It's got this feeling to it. Plus, it's a soft flame. And the soft flame is just quite... It's quite... I don't know. I just find it a little bit more relaxing than using a jet flame. Jet flame is just... That harsh sound. It just hits me. I don't like the sound of it all the time. I'm not sensitive to the sound, but you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like I don't want that sound or whatever.
Well, if I'm meeting someone which don't know me, nothing, and he tell me, well, it's not right to use a Zippo, it's not right to do that one or that one. I say, okay, that's fine, but I'm using it because of that reason stuff. But obviously the guy know you know that you don't smoke cigars from yesterday.
No. Watch the
videos of the Zippo and everything, and he start continue teaching you.
Yeah.
Which that's very annoying as well.
And I'm like, I'm a guest over here. Treat me like a guest. So, yeah, that's another weird thing. It's like when you're smoking a cigar.
The host who makes us make our own coffee.
Mate, at this point now, you practically come on. Carry on. Shut up, man. Like, you are not a guest anymore. We've hung out way too much for that. But do you know what I mean? Like, when you smoke, one of the annoying things is when you're smoking a cigar and someone tries to like start telling you how you should be smoking it. I'm like, if you're just starting out,
especially if you know you. If you don't know you, maybe he do it in a good way.
Yeah.
Just to, I never do it. Even if I see someone cut it the other way around of the cigar, I would never say that's wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe if he asks me, can you help me?
Yeah.
If you see me smoking, can you help me? Of course, I'll help him and give him all advice. But I would never say, don't do it that way.
Oh, you're doing it wrong.
Don't
do
you cut too much. Or he need to cut it too much to ruin a cigar, then to understand why. Because I've been ruining cigars in the beginning like that. When I cut the first cigars, I've been ruining them because I don't know how to cut them. I learned it in the wrong way. Not in the wrong way, let's say the hardest way.
The hard way, yeah.
So with the mistake, and that's how you learn in the hard way. But I don't mind because I know what's gonna happen. Not to watch a video
Yeah.
or listen podcast how someone telling how to cut the cigar or how to lit
Yeah,
the cigar, and you never experience that mistake, and you don't know what's actually can happen.
Yeah.
Maybe on even the cigar, but I've been cutting cigars on a half and nothing wrong. Just an experiment. Take a cigar, cut it on half.
Yeah.
You can smoke it.
I've done that.
Yeah, I've experimented. It's nothing. The cigar didn't been damaged.
Do you know
or
who else
anything.
does that? Edward Sahakian. He gets a Fundadoras. He's like, look, it's too long. Sometimes I don't want to smoke for that long, right? And he goes, I love these
So
cigars.
imagine Eddie Sahakian sitting in.
And then someone walking up to
Sitting
him
in
and
there.
telling him.
Take the big bang Fundadores and snap it on half, and take the second half and smoke the bottom part, and someone just passing around and say, "You old man, what are you doing with your cigar?" Imagine that.
He'd be an absolute gentleman about it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be like so kind
But
about it. Would you like the
That's
other
why
half?
you don't. That's why you don't judge the people.
No.
As I say, I've been experimenting smoking cigar from that way as well, to see the combustion, see how is it burning. Just you don't know what's the person there. He might smoke, make a video experimenting, do anything. Why you don't judge
Maybe I
him?
should do
Just
that. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. I mean, for example, when Alex started smoking cigars, I was really hesitant to like tell. Do you remember? I was like,
I was actually encouraging him to give me more advice.
yeah, but you were asking for specific things, and then I'd tell you that. But then I was just a bit like hesitant to like be that guy who's trying to tell you what to do, because I'm like, look, it's your cigar. These are the ways that you kind of do it, and this is the way. So Alex would have to tell me, no, but I want to know the correct way. I'm like, well, you know. So I was being one of those.
I don't mind.
I was being a bit pedantic about it, but I also wasn't trying to. I wanted to kind of make sure that I wasn't being that guy who's like, that guy in the cigar lounge who comes up to you and tells you what to do and how to do it and whatever. I just didn't want to be that guy. So with Alex, I was trying to be like, maybe I was being too careful. Maybe that's what it was. Damn, you smoked that nicely.
But if
you've gone through that quick.
If someone asks you, as I say,
Well done.
I have people approaching me in social media almost every day with asking me different stuff. Even I have a guy constantly show me pictures of what cigars he buy and say, "Is that a good one? Is that a good one?" Well, most of them I tell him. Most of the time I tell him, that's a good one. I have a guy even asking me where to buy Bovedas, how to store the Bovedas.
But those are all like, yeah.
All kind of different stuff, and I never say to anyone, take me, leave alone. Leave me alone. Don't bother about that stuff. I'm big boy now or something like that. No, it's. I'm absolutely. There is no silly question. That's all I say. No silly question. If somebody wants to know, ask me. Yes, I will make sure that I can explain it better as
No, of course. I mean,
simple as possible.
Of course, anytime someone asks a question, on the Cigar Rant's Instagram, I'll try and answer as many as I possibly can, and sometimes it is difficult to kind of go through all the comments and go through all the questions. So I will miss some of them. It's just what it is, right? I'm not going to be able to answer absolutely everything.
Ask me, I'll answer everything. There is no single person I haven't answered.
No, in the comment section, I've seen you kind of answer a bunch of questions as well, which is great. Obviously, it makes a big difference, right? But
the problem with me, I need to check them. You have a message when somebody comment.
Yeah.
I need to check all the old videos and see if there's new comments, which take me a time, especially now.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I have notification by someone commenting,
you just need to log in. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. But you know what I mean? Like if someone asks any questions on Instagram, I'll get message requests come through and so on and so forth, and it's difficult to kind of keep up with every single question. But I will try and get back to them. I will get back to them eventually. It might take a couple of days. Sometimes I'll reply instantly, but I will try and get back to them, and I'll try and answer them as much as I can. So a lot of people ask, and some of them are very basic questions. Some of them are complex questions, and when they're complex questions which are beyond my remit, I'll just say probably better off asking Ray. Here's his Instagram. So I don't know if they've ever come to you through that, but that's what I'll generally tend to do. But the that kind of, I think women have a word for it, mansplain. But I think men kind of do it to everyone. So when it's just that frustrating thing when you're smoking a cigar and you're about to cut it, and so like, no, you're gonna cut it too deep. I'm like, mate, I know how to cut a cigar. Just let me cut my cigar. I know how to light a cigar. If I want to use a Zippo, let me use a Zippo.
Say cutting. I have an example back in the time, not long ago, a couple of years ago maybe.
Yeah.
One of the social media groups, I lit. What was the cigar? I think was a one of the Didier Hohenhagel boutique smokes,
Yeah.
which some of them are flat cups. I have no idea. Did you smoke a flat cups? Because the Cubans don't have.
I've smoked
Not
a flat
many-
cup, but not Cuban.
Not many New Worlds have a flat cup, which flat cup is basically flat on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm telling to Alex, maybe Alex didn't smoke a flat cup, but the flat cup don't have that rounded point stuff on the top. It's completely flat.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to cut it with a straight cutter.
I just used a
because
straight cutter. It worked.
It's not easy. Yeah, it's work.
Yeah.
But sometimes what's happened when you cut with a straight cutter, if you take just a little bit,
Yeah.
you might end it that the middle part of the cup is still there. Because it's flat and it's even...
yeah. I haven't done that. I've cut off about like a good
So,
chunk.
Yeah, and I usually use punch for those, usually. And I lit one of those cigars. I make a picture, post it in the social media, and like 10 people say, why you cut your cigar that deep on stuff? And literally I show them the top and they can't believe that's not been cut. They think I cut it, straight, because it's looked like it's been cut way below the cup line.
Yeah.
But actually it's been punched. It's have only small hole on the top. Literally laughing, yeah.
I sometimes I've had occasions. I had a Ramon Oyones, which I was smoking, right? Really nice cigar. I sat in the sun, enjoying it, right? And I cut it. I cut it once. The draw was okay, so I cut it a bunch deeper. Like basically, the cap was gone, right? But the wrapper was fine, no problem, right? And the draw.
It's not necessarily mean that cigar will
Exactly.
be damaged.
Exactly.
It's possible, not necessarily.
There's a higher chance,
Yes.
but not always. And cigar was fine, but I just needed to cut a little bit extra, just to kind of get it going. And once I did, it opened up. Kind of, it smoked a little bit better.
Advice: if you cut too deep
Yeah.
and the cigar starts.
Just use the band.
No.
No?
If you don't have a band,
Oh, I see.
it's better order some fizzy drink, sweet one. When you drink fizzy drink, your saliva becomes sticky. And when you just roll the cigar around in your mouth,
Is
that
it?
will never will unleaven.
Serious?
Because it's sticky.
Sugar glue.
Sugar glue, exactly. It's from your mouth, so it's nothing wrong. You just drink Coke, Fanta. You know how your mouth becomes more sticky because of the sweetness and that fizzy stuff. And just roll your cigar around in your mouth. You're not gonna even, trust me.
I've used that perfect glue thing.
Because you constantly lick the cigar, and
Yeah.
the cigar, it can't be just...
I've used the cigar glue. That was quite good.
I used it back in the time, but
Yeah.
now I just...
Yeah, it's just not something you're gonna have with you when you're walking.
I've smoked cigar. I drop a very old cigar, Cuban ones. It's a Panatella size. And literally, the cigar have like scalpel cut from the bottom through the top,
Oh.
almost to the half of the cigar.
Damn.
That deep. And I said, I'll smoke it. And I smoked perfectly. Keep dash always like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe how that happened. It's open, half open,
Mm.
and it's carry on smoking without any issues, without anything. I don't know how that was possible. I tried to explain since now, and no loose draw, nothing. It's just carry on smoking.
What I've done is, when we had that light 'em up Zoom call, I showed Alex the cigar. I dropped the San Juan and had a cut, like a break, basically like several breaks across.
Depend
up the
what
cigar.
is the cut. Depend what is
But
the damage.
it was like damage on several places up from the foot, and I was like, oh crap. But what I did was I just got the band, pushed it to where the end of the cut was,
Yeah.
smoked till there. The cigar held, pushed the band back, carried on smoking. Cigar held its structure perfectly fine, no
Obviously,
problem.
with experience, you find solutions for all kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
If you I know some people would just bin the cigars.
Oh no,
I never bin unless I try it. So I
I'm
will
not
try
binning the
it.
cigar.
I will try it if it's not possible to be smoked because it's damaged. Yeah, obviously I can't smoke it. I'll bin it. But I'll try all the different solutions just to see if I can
Yeah.
I can manage to smoke the cigar and experimenting obviously.
Definitely. What time are we on?
We have question time probably.
Is it
9
is it-
o'clock.
Well,
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
we had one right at the start. From, oh God, I've lost your name now. He's been complimenting your James McMenemy. He's been complimenting your appearance, Ray.
My peerings.
Your appearance.
Appearance.
Yes.
Why?
English, Alex.
But
What's on my appearance?
'cause you
The way you look, what you're wearing. Oh my gosh. You turned up and you're like, I don't know what I'm wearing. This is what I wear to bed.
oh God, I've lost it now. He was basically asking for just for new smoker recommendations, effectively. And he said he liked some Nicaraguan so far.
Great.
Best
You can take
advice.
that
Well, easiest one is try as much as you can.
No, beginner cigars, like the first few
Beginner?
cigars. Yeah, beginner cigars.
Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
Joya de Nicaragua. Well, I can tell you cigar from every single brand. So if you have 5 favorite brand, I might give you more decent options. But Joya de Nicaragua, Antonio CT, Numero Uno. I smoked Numero Uno last week. I haven't smoked Numero Uno for a year probably. And it was really nice. First Numero Uno I smoked, I didn't enjoy that much. But that was the second one. It was so good. So very mild, tasty. You can go for Joya de Nicaragua Clásico. If you move to other brands, Drew Estate, Herrera Esteli. It's a really tasty cigar. It's available in UK. Nicaraguan. Not, I used to smoke a lot of strong cigars now, but Dumbarton, if you find something on Steve Saka, Umbagok. It's a really tasty cigar. It's very cheap. Not available in UK, obviously.
Where's this person from?
I believe Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Northern Ireland. I have no idea what's available in Northern Ireland, but
Probably
I'm guessing it's same as what we have here. But yeah, Joya de Nicaragua is available for sure.
Northern Ireland is probably going to be Tor imports, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Try Joya de Nicaragua. Try Herrera Esteli from Drew Estate. I don't know. Tell me brands and I'll give you an examples.
Padron.
Padron is not a beginner smoke for me.
No, I think the Padron, like
No.
the come on.
Padron, Damaso, yes. But Damaso is not available here.
Davidoff signature, they're a bit pricey though.
Yeah, Davidoff is, well, if the person don't
Davidoff
mind
signature
the
number
budget,
2.
Davidoff white band, almost everything from the white band.
I
The
wouldn't say
normal
everything.
ones,
I wouldn't say everything.
well, they are connected
The 702,
live.
the
702 is dual banded, so it's a dark
Oh, I
one.
see single band white.
Single
Okay,
white
I see what you
band,
mean. I see what
you
you
know,
mean.
Davidoff, what would they call before? 1,000, 2,000, 4,000,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
7,000.
Signature number 2.
all the different,
great cigar to start off with.
if it's light, light brown looking cigar, won't be that strong, probably. But some of them have pepperness, which is a awkward thing. So it's not strong cigar, but you have the
In
pepper.
general, lighter. I mean, it's not a rule, but in general, it's a way to kind of prejudge a cigar in terms of how strong it's going to be. So would you say a rule of thumb, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's a rule of thumb, but it's not really.
It's a rule of thumb, but
proper rule.
sometimes you have surprises. Even,
Oh, yeah, of
even
course.
I have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
surprises
No.
sometimes because
I
if
agree.
especially
I
with
agree.
the cigars I've smoked, the cigars I never try. I smoke a lot of new cigars for me, and I judge mostly on the size and the look. I don't want to read about the cigar before I start smoking it, so I never read for a cigar which I'm planning to smoke before I start smoking. I read for cigars if I don't have them, if I want to buy them,
Yeah.
but not like I have that in my humidor. I'm gonna smoke it tonight, but let's read first about cigar.
I tend to do that. I tend to read after I smoke it.
When I start smoking, I just read.
Oh, I
and
don't read
see,
it while I'm smoking. I read
well,
it after I'm
if
smoking.
I'm alone,
Oh, no, yeah.
if I'm alone,
Yeah.
read when I'm smoking and see if I can pick same nuances, same notes, same
Yeah.
thing, and see what was my palate difference. That's why I usually don't read a lot of that kind of stuff, because my palate is never the same as some of the other guys which reviewing them. But sometimes I've been surprising. I mean, last example I mentioned it in the last of the one of the past shows that I smoked the LDN by La Aurora. I smoked like 5 or 6 before. Never have any surprise. It's a little bit brighter than your color, so it's not dark.
He means a cigar, not me.
Obviously. And that cigar will shake me. Half an hour I can't move from my chair.
Really?
I smoke it on lunchtime.
Listen, if
Say
a
it's a
cigar,
lunchtime cigar.
listen, man. If a cigar's too strong for you,
Yeah.
it's definitely too strong.
And I've
for
smoked
me.
like 5 of them before. Never have that problem. That one, I lit it. It was bigger size, 6 by
Did
60.
you have lunch before that?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Still
I don't
got
smoke
you.
before lunch. My first cigar is never on the hungry. That's my,
So he still got you.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the problem is I have a tea, nice tea, but it was warm. I can't drink it. I put some sugar in some of my teas, depend what's the sugar.
Oh, the tea was too hot.
Too hot, I can't drink
You
it.
can't-
And I just smoke half an hour and I can't, I can't go to get chocolate because I'm in the garden and I'm wobbling. And I say, no, I'm not going. I'm going to sit and I'm going to wait until my tea is ready to be drank and clear my palate. Literally half an hour I was just sitting and I feel the cold waves and stuff, everything, the nicotine kick, and I just, can't believe how strong was that cigar. It
Yes.
just caught me on guard, absolutely.
Yesterday I was smoking the Davidoff 53. and I didn't find it too strong. Like, it wasn't like that. I wasn't wobbling. I wasn't shaking or anything like that. But you know when you smoke a cigar and that nicotine hits and you've just got that immediate kind of relaxation, you're like, whoa, this is nice. It got me like that. But I was walking through the city and I was just like that, like just happy.
I need chocolate.
I was just like happy, and I was like
the diabetes guy, always have chocolate in your pocket because you know you're gonna need it. So yeah.
So I was smoking it, but while I'm walking, I don't know why, but while I'm walking, if I'm walking and smoking a cigar, I will smoke it too fast because I just don't put it down. I mean, I literally just puff after puff. I don't know why, just something that I do, and I try to stop myself from doing that, but that's what I do. But because I was puffing it so much, one, it was tasting really nice, and two, it was just hitting me really hard, but in the best way possible. So it had like a good amount of strength to it. Problem was, it was one of the first few Davidoffs. Construction was terrible on that. Like, no, okay, construction wasn't terrible. The burn was terrible.
The 52.
Yeah, 53.
53.
The burn was terrible.
Okay.
The burn.
It's theoretically it's problematic with all.
It is a difficult. So that's why I didn't take it to heart. Like, I wasn't taking pictures like, oh look, a Davidoff with a bad burn. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that because I know that these kinds of vitolas are difficult to roll. And also, I don't particularly give a crap. Like, I've never done a review and taken points off a cigar because of a bad burn. It really doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. But that one did have a pretty bad burn. But I enjoyed the heck out of it. But anyway, back onto the subject. So, any other questions?
Yes.
Oh.
Plenty.
Oh, sorry. We're just yapping on.
Go on.
Sorry. Alex Burns, ask Ray, it says, hashtag ask Ray, what cigar would I pair with a Kit Kat?
I will answer you, Alex, if you make me one coin. You know what I'm talking about.
You can't trade like that. Answer the question, man.
Alex smoke very rare and limited cigars every single day.
Does he?
That's not a genuine question. Alex is a very good friend of mine. You both meet Alex.
Have we?
He's been in the issue last time. Alex from Birmingham. That's Alex Burns.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Alex is not a new guy. I'm going to tell him HVC Hot Cake. You know the cigar very well. It's one of his favorite cigars.
Okay.
Christina asks, when are we having a live session at a cigar lounge?
As in a video? I don't think we're going to do a video at a cigar lounge.
In a few months.
Well, yeah.
In a few months. In a private cigar lounge.
It's not. We
Yeah.
We haven't got anything concrete planned.
We haven't got anything concrete planned, but we're not going to like we're not going to like a particular cigar lounge and then doing a live stream there. I don't think that's going to be something which is
many of the
feasible.
owners won't be comfortable with putting all the setup because we're not filming with the iPhones and Samsungs and stuff. We have literally half of the car with the equipment, camera stands, the lights, tripods, mics and stuff. It's not gonna be easy. We need like 1 hour just to set up the stuff and test the mics and everything. And it's not gonna be okay to go in some lounge and close half of the lounge just for us to make a smoke and live.
Well,
unless the lounge is interested. They're invite us or anything.
But even then, it probably isn't going to be a live one because
live maybe
potential, but
potential.
Yeah,
yes.
We haven't really planned that specifically. It's unlikely in the near future, but we might be hopeful. It's something that we want to do, but it's not something that
Christina is in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the first one will be actually from Sweden live. When Andres open his shop, he will invite us.
Yes.
We will make a live from Sweden.
Come join us.
Yes.
If we're in Sweden, please come join us.
We're calling you out, Andre.
Yes. Andre's watching, right?
Of course he's watching.
Of course.
And if not, I'm building some small lounge in my garage, so we might do live from there with more.
We are in a lounge.
Yeah.
We're in the lounge. Yeah. We're lounging.
Usman's lounge.
Any other questions?
Wayne is going to order his next box. What do we think? Either Diplomaticos 2 or Bolivar Bellicosos?
Bellicosos.
Diplo 2.
Bellicosos.
Really helpful.
Diplo 2.
Why Bellicoso? And I'll tell you why Diplo.
Okay, Diplo 2 always been a dud.
No, why Bellicoso? Don't talk about Diplos. Why Bellicoso?
Because it's a better cigar in my view.
Okay, fair point.
I think it's a better cigar.
In my point, both of them are amazing cigars. But Diplo 2 is the only Diplomaticos left, I believe, from the line.
He's gonna smoke them though. He's not gonna like smoke
Well,
them.
still, Diplomatico might disappear soon.
For good reason.
And also,
Not-
I'm bigger fan on number 2 Vitola than the Bellicoso.
Oh
from
yeah,
Vitola.
okay, Vitola. But you know that particular.
Taste-wise, I prefer the
Bellicoso.
Diplomaticos. No,
You prefer the Diplomat? Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
not the biggest fan of the Bellicoso. It's a good cigar. If I go in
That
the
with some
lounge and
age,
pick
though?
cigars,
But that with some age?
well, if the Diplomatico have the age,
Bellicoso, man? Really?
I would never go and pick in the lounge. If I have 2 cigars as
Mm.
options, I always go for a Diplo 2.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's
well,
the one of the worst Cubans I smoke is Diplo 2, but I always go for a Diplo 2.
So one of the worst cigars you've ever smoked, the worst Cuban cigars, is a
Diplo 2.
Diplo 2.
The first Diplo 2 I smoked was awful.
So why'd you like that?
But
Over
after
the
that, I
Bellicoso?
smoked a few other good ones.
Oh, I see.
So I never smoked bad Bolivar, but I smoked bad Diplo, and I still prefer the Diplo 2.
Okay. I've
It's my opinion.
yeah, which is obviously respectable. Please, by all means.
But both of them are great.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do any mistake buying both. I
It's-
don't know how the price wise
They're similar.
similar. So maybe the Diplo will give you more time of a smoking.
It will. It's a bigger cigar.
So Diplo is like 2 inches longer. What's the Bellicoso? 5,
5.5 versus 6.5.
6.5. In
Six,
1
no,
inch.
6 1/8 versus 5.5. 6-inch versus 5.5.
So not much of a difference. Hence the Bellicoso Fino is 52.
Both 52.
Well, the other one is 54, I believe.
Both 52.
Both 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both 52.
Almost
The reason why-
identical cigars.
I've had Diplos which have been aged. I've had Diplos which I've had a whole bunch of Diplo 2s. Because I really tried them.
Have you tried Diplo 1?
No. I don't think I've tried the Diplo one. I didn't even know that.
One day we'll try.
It's probably one of them ones that you can't even get anymore, right? You can't get them anymore.
No, you can't.
No,
I
it's
have
discontinued.
almost full box of them. 2001, 2002.
We're best friends, aren't we?
It's
Okay.
one of
Diplo
the,
one's a very different cigar, right?
Yeah.
Potentially. But Diplo 2, I've smoked a bunch of them. I really tried. But every single time I smoke it, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad cigar. It's like I didn't smoke it and think, oh, this is boring, this is crap, I hate it. It was just, yeah, it's okay.
From size number 2, the Vitola number 2, we call it number 2 because we know all the Perfecto torpedo stuff. P2, Monte 2,
Monte 2,
Romeo
yeah,
and
yeah.
Julieta, whatever. The Diplo is the worst one, in my opinion.
Definitely.
But I still prefer it in the Bellicoso Fino.
Fair enough. I think that the Bellicoso Finos is just a much better cigar. I think that.
If you like Guzman, get the Bellicoso Fino. If you like me, get the Diplo.
So basically, you've got a non-answer. So sorry, Rain.
Wayne.
Wait, I did say Wayne.
You said Ray.
Say Ray.
I said sorry, Wayne.
No, say Ray.
No, I said
You said
Wayne.
Ray.
It's Saint Wayne, right?
You
On
can see it.
Instagram.
You can watch it after.
I know what I
To be
said.
fair, even Wayne's given himself a non-answer because he says he likes both. That they're good.
Oh well, good luck, mate. Because clearly none of us know what you're gonna do then.
Mace was asking
Hey, Mace, how you doing?
your thoughts on the Ashton Paradiso.
That's you, man. That's you. I don't know. About
I can't
this cigar.
remember the Ashton Paradiso. Which one is the Ashton?
I've never had that.
I smoke Ashton Sunday, but I smoke Classic, Ashton Classic. I smoke Synchro. I smoke the VSG. I don't know what's the Paradiso. Give me a second, just see the picture of the Paradiso. I can't remember how it's looking. I didn't smoke it, definitely.
Oh, I can answer this. Yeah, Mace, it's great. You should smoke it. They're brilliant cigars.
I think that's kind of it for the questions for now.
Okay.
Tell
well,
me if I've missed any, guys. Sorry.
No, I haven't smoked that one. Oh, okay. I know the cigar, but I didn't know it's Ashton actually. Well, it's not. I know the cigar. I know the Paradiso, but I didn't know it's Ashton. I think I have even some of them. I don't think it's a good Ashton. You can
Have you
buy
smoked it?
decent.
Yeah.
I cannot confirm 100%. I'm pretty sure I've smoked it.
Yeah.
It must be a very long time ago. But
Okay.
I'm definitely have some of them because they have an interesting band with a parrot on it.
Okay.
And it's called Paradiso. But that's why I didn't recall it's an Ashton actually.
Oh, I see. You just thought it was called.
Yeah,
Paradiso.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I missed Andre's question.
Are you gonna miss Andre's question?
Well, because there's a lot of comments. I'm not quite sure I understand the question either, but which cigar is the most philosophical cigar you've smoked?
Oh, you mean like one that made you think the most?
Cuban Davidoff's. almost every Cuban Davidoff. I try to understand why they not in Cuba anymore. Is it been worthy? Is it not? You know, in that kind of point, when you start thinking philosophically, Cuban Davidoffs, in
Fair
my
enough.
opinion,
Okay.
they always let me think it's a good cigar. It's a collectible cigar. Is it being collectible if it's still in Cuba? Is it with that collectible as it is? And a lot of other questions, you know.
We're kind of out of questions now.
You're not gonna wait for me to answer that question?
No,
Okay, fair enough.
you didn't say like you're going to.
I was taking
You're
a draw,
from-
man.
You're from Batley. You don't think philosophically here.
Don't tell people where I'm from, man. They'll think less of me.
Batley.
He's not from Batley. He's from near Leeds.
I'm
Nearly.
from near
Yeah.
Leeds.
He's from nearly. Even the postcode is W
Just like
or
Kid
BD,
Max.
whatever it is. Is it WS?
It's not BD. It's
Is it
WF.
WF?
It's a Wakefield postcode.
Wakefield postcode.
Yeah.
But you're closer to Bradford, technically, yeah?
No.
No?
Wakefield's
to
on,
Wakefield.
Bradford's on the other side. Wakefield's like closer. A lot closer.
Okay.
Anyway, geography aside, so we had.
Wait. I thought you were like some expert in geography, man. What happened there?
I'm good in geography, not in UK geography.
Oh, okay.
I'm good in a world map, you know.
Okay, go on.
We had a comment way back when.
Ask me the capital of Mongolia and I'll tell you. But
We had a comment way back when.
You are.
Asking
Oh
about-
my god. The
Say-
dad jokes. Why, Alex? Why? This benchord every day, man.
Okay, it's Ulaanbaatar. Sorry.
yeah, Ulaanbaatar, exactly. What's the story? The capital of Ethiopia.
I don't know. This isn't that live stream.
I know.
We had a
Abyssinia.
comment, I was saying about how they get approached by people saying, oh, you know, cigars remind them of their granddads. I'm guessing that's something you guys have had.
I've had
Yeah.
that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You know, there's a nostalgia factor, right?
Yeah, it's especially in UK. Never been approached in abroad with that approach, but in UK, probably because UK is one of the countries with the old generation smoking. Back in the time, a lot of old generation people smoking. They still smoke a lot of cigars. It's been more, I don't know, more. I haven't lived in for a long time in any other European country, and I don't see often people recalling that they smoke cigars for 100 years or 200 years. Obviously, all the European countries have that one, but
Yeah.
UK have a different momentum on that one. I don't know if it's right to say it that way, but yeah, it's a great approach. And I always, if someone approach me like that, I always try to have a conversation and say, what your dad smoking, granddad or something. Did you smoke? Did you try? Do you like that? And it's nice when somebody give you that compliment.
I agree. I the other one which is nice or relatively nice is like Alex and I, we were sat in Angelica, I think.
But I'll interrupt you here because maybe because of the people being around other cigar smokers, they're way more positive for cigar smoking. They're never gonna tell you, "Oh, that smell awful," because all their life being around cigar smokers, granddad or something. They used to know the smell of the site, even if they don't smoke. They know the smell, and they're way more appreciative that you actually enjoy your cigar, not just making the smoke around you.
Yeah. No, I think I was with my cousin.
It was Angelica. I'm not going to remember.
No,
That
no,
was
it's
years
ago. Was that years ago? Okay, because we
We've
don't
been in Angelica for so long.
we don't go there anymore. Yeah, it's not a bad spot. It's just not a good spot for cigars. But we were there several times, and yeah, a bunch of people just come up like, "Oh, that smells amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, it's my breath." But that happens quite a lot. When you're smoking a cigar, and like there were some women like going over like, "Oh, that smells amazing. What are you smoking?" I'm like, "A cigar." And they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we can see that." I'm like, "What are you smoking?" And then they're like, I'm like, I think I was smoking Oliva at that point. Double Toro? The big 6x60.
Gordo.
Gordo, whatever it's called, man. The Series V one. I really like that one.
I don't think I smoked that big Syria really, to be honest.
I really like that.
I have Toro, but no.
I like that because when I'm start writing an article, shut up, Alex.
Having moisturised himself in the morning.
Yeah. Seriously?
Hey, we're doing badly on the bingo so far.
we need to do an experiment with you.
No, listen. Let me finish what I'm saying first.
Nobody care about Angelica. An experiment.
Go on.
Both of us going in where we can smoke.
Yeah.
So I'll bring on the table my cigar, start
Yeah.
smoking. You can bring your butter or whatever, shea butter. You start putting shea butter on your hands.
Why would I start
No,
putting
listen. It's an experiment.
It's not an
I'm
experiment.
gonna smoke big butt cigar. You're gonna put shea butter and see what the comments we will have from the people around us.
Obviously, they're gonna be less positive for me. Like, what's this knobhead doing? You know, oiling up right now. Like,
Maybe
what's
they will think we're a couple also.
Why is he oiling up? What's he doing? What's he about to do? Why is that butt? No, man. Shut up. Both of you. We're not going to do the bingo today. We're ranting today.
Okay, Mace has just asked the elephant question.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't care. It's in the bingo, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's the elephant in the room.
What have I done?
No. When's the the interview that we know? We know the one he's talking about.
Oh, that's been finished. I've edited it. I just didn't want to put it up today. Because I thought we'd do the live stream today. And then we'd put that up tomorrow.
Probably next week, guys.
Tomorrow!
Usman, tomorrow is about next week.
I've got a life as well.
Tomorrow by the clock, not by when you sleep.
Yeah, guys. If there's single ladies in the chat, Usman is very active in Tinder. That's why he can't edit the video. So please stop
Stop
texting me in Tinder. Leave him a space to finally finish what we actually do. Like
I hate you all.
20 days ago,
That's
15
my
days
bro.
ago, and yeah. So please stop meeting him on Tinder and stuff, and obviously leave him space. He's busy.
We did have a couple.
I'm
of
seeing. Okay,
Go on.
first of all, I am seeing someone.
First of all, put the camera on me.
On you? No,
First
no,
of
no,
all-
don't put the camera on him.
You bring camera to Usman in a minute. Let me ask him a question. Put the camera on me. I'm gonna ask him a question. So, Usman say he's seen someone. Ask him how many actually girls he's seen. Not someone. How many
What do you mean? How many? One.
in the same time?
One.
Every day I'm chatting with you. Say I'm seeing someone, but that's someone else.
I'm seeing one person.
Tell her name.
I don't want to.
Tell her name.
I don't wanna.
Next time I'm gonna ask you what's the name of the person you've seen, and
It's
it'll be
gonna be
different
the same name.
No.
Anyway,
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that for?
Not only me to be in a hotspot.
well, let's
You
put you
too.
on the spot again, Ray. What medium-bodied cigar is your favourite to pair with champagne? Asks Christina.
Amazing question. Wish I know the answer. Champagne, it's one of my favorite pairing. I can pair champagne with almost every cigar. If you want medium body cigar, champagne, go for Cuban. Go for Cuban.
Hey.
No, I'm serious. Cuban cigars and champagne, it's one of the best pairings. Though it's
Which
not
Cuban? Which Cuban?
it's
Any
not-
Cuban?
anything.
Seriously?
Yeah, anything. Epito.
With champagne?
Champagne, though that is not recommended by the cigar sommeliers.
You're a cigar sommelier.
Yeah, but by the books is not recommend pairing.
Well, you're literally.
Why? Because the champagne is fizzy
Mhm.
and literally refresh your taste buds all the time. But I think it's a great combination. I love it. Champagne and cigar, every day I can do that every single time. For me, it's one of my favorite pairings. Champagne, prosecco, cava, all kind of sparkling wines. Go for it. Davidoff, amazing pairing. Davidoff, I've been on a pairing with the one of the fancy name champagnes.
Can I just
and
say? Can I say something about? Sorry for interrupting, but can I just say something about Davidoff? This is something that I've noticed, and I don't know if you agree with me on this one. But you know how like a lot of people, including myself, I say this: Cubans have like a particular flavor profile, which when you smoke, you're like, okay, that's a Cuban. I find Davidoff have that too. You smoke a Davidoff,
Yeah.
you could blind test it, but you know that it's a Davidoff.
Not all Davidoffs.
Not all Davidoff. Pretty much every
Connecticut-
Davidoff I've smoked.
Connecticut Davidoffs, I'm agree. If you go for the dark side, Yamasa.
No,
Can you blind taste Yamasa and say that's Davidoff Yamasa? You can't.
I've never blind tasted it.
You can't. Trust me.
I've only smoked two of
It's
them though.
nice. It's an amazing cigar. You know, Yamasa, the green band. What was the green band called? The other dark one. Oscuro? No. Escurio or something. That was the funny name on Davidoff.
Isn't that orange?
No, they have a green dot band. It's a dark band. It's called Escurio or something.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I'm sure that's orange. No?
a
I could
green.
be wrong.
And that one, you can't say it's a proper Davidoff.
Really?
But if you go for any proper Connecticut look-like cigar, bright cigar, it's Davidoff aftertaste all the time. And on the old ones, I love smoke old Davidoffs because I know exactly how they taste, and I know when I'm gonna want to enjoy that one.
But you know the two Davidoffs that we got, right? The 702.
702, yeah.
That one, very Davidoff.
For me, no.
Really? For
No,
me,
that was, that
I
was
got the
interesting
very
cigar, but
Davidoff.
not typical Davidoff.
I
That
got
was my
very
first
typical.
702.
Mm.
I didn't find it Davidoffsk.
I got
cigar.
very Davidoff X pepperiness, and then same with the 53, very Davidoff esque flavor profile. Like I smoked it and I was like, but then maybe it's because I'm expecting that, right? Because that happens as well. Because it's a very perception based thing, isn't it?
I need to make some blind tasting with you. Basically, bring some decent cigar.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what is it, or maybe I'm gonna hit the bun. I'm gonna put some foil on the bun just to not let you what is it smoking. Not gonna be crazy strong. I'm not gonna kill you with nicotine. Just something nice, Connecticut. I wanna see. Can you find some? If it's very interesting, I love experimenting with the blind tasting.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. There's a few occasions I tell my wife, get a cigar, put something on the bun or remove the buns and give it to smoke. Just I want to try myself. It's nice experiment how when you don't know, you actually think you're gonna find out if it's the Cubans. Yeah, you'll find out it's Cuban. I think it's complete separate taste where you can.
Yeah.
But non-Cubans, not easy.
Non-Cubans?
Andre can answer. Andre is been in the
Davidoff,
panel.
I feel like
Andre
you
been
can.
in the panel for 4 or 5 years already in the Cigar Journal panel, and he smoked like every month 4 or 5 blind cigars. Some of them you have no idea what was the cigar. Absolutely no idea. Even if you pick some notes and stuff, you start thinking. And Andre know a lot of brands, so maybe you don't know a lot of brands. You won't pick some of the brands because you haven't
New
know
ones,
them.
I don't know a lot of
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
I
But
know
Andre
the
know
main
a lot
ones.
of them, and still it's not easy to pick specific taste.
I don't know. I think Davidoff has a.
I-
But then again, I
We-
could be wrong because I'm looking. I know that it's a Davidoff. So I'm expecting.
In one of the social media groups in Facebook, I organize a game which is now on the we have a seasons every season. So what we do, we play like 20 people together, and someone send the cigar to someone else on random. The cigar is covered with foil, so you have no idea what you're smoking.
Yeah.
You try to guess what is the wrapper, what is the cigar, what is the country made, and the last few cigars they sent to me, I didn't. Alex sent me the last one of the last ones. He sent me the HVC hot cake, and I absolutely have. I guessed the wrapper, and I say it's Nicaraguan cigar, but basically it was Dominican cigar. So, yeah, it's awkward. You can't, even if you think you know it, it's not.
Could
easy.
be the okay. Fair
It's
enough.
very
fair
interesting.
enough. Anyway, let's get back on the subject.
Well,
So
just because we're on them, we had a couple of questions from Hamza. who
let's hold them off for towards the end of the video because we've got a whole section of questions that can't we? So let's hold off questions for now because we've gone through what time is it?
We're half past.
1:30. Okay, so let's get back on the subject for the next 15 minutes and we can start answering questions properly because we do that for the last 15 minutes anyway. So what were we talking about? Bullshit that cigar smokers have to go through.
Cigar rants.
Cigar rants, yeah. So any other particular stories that you have?
Probably no. I don't know. They'll come in my mind, but not now. Yeah.
Well, that's great then. Wait, I had a story.
As I say, I told you a few times, I'm not easy annoyed from some stuff.
I'm not annoyed.
I'm
by
more
things.
annoying not from the people which passed around me and say, "Oh, that guy's smoking cigars. Don't smoke." I'm not annoying from that
Yeah.
because I don't do anything illegal. Always when I sit somewhere on the new place with people, and I ask for ashtray, if they give me ashtray, I don't care. If they say you can't smoke here, it's food area, yeah, I respect that one. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
But if I ask for ashtray and the waiter or the manager or the hostel or the hostess or whatever is in the responsible, the saloon manager or whatever,
Yeah.
if they give me ashtray, I absolutely don't care who's around me. So I don't care if it's a non-smoking people around me or anything. I'm not doing anything wrong.
The only time that I'm going to be conscious is if I go to a place. I think me and Alex have done that, where we went to Asia and the place that we normally want to sit and smoke. There was like a family there with kids. They were there before us, right? Kids there. I'm not going to smoke in front of kids. That's the only time that I'm kind of like, okay, nah, we'll go somewhere else, or we'll just wait. That's where I kind of draw the line. If they're already there,
I will still not do it because if they don't want to be in a smoking area, they will not sit there.
no, I think
Why not?
I don't know.
Especially an issue, the terrace is for smoking. If you there's a plenty of places of
But this
spaces
was a
inside.
baby.
Well, you're still sitting on the. It's not your mistake that's babies there.
But
You're not
there
gonna
was
smoke,
nobody-
but there's at least few people around smoking.
No, but there wasn't anyone smoking.
There wasn't
at the
anyone
time.
smoking.
I'm not. If they bring the baby there, that's their responsibility. Yes, man. I'm not gonna go inside and smoke. I'm not gonna go on a. If as I say, I'll ask for ashtray.
Yeah.
If they give me ashtray, it's not my problem.
Damn.
If the waiter say, please don't smoke here, we can't smoke because there's a baby, because there's a sick person, there's other various reasons, I will not smoke. Of course, I'm gonna take respect on that.
Yeah.
But I'm on a place. I'm a customer as everyone else. My way of consuming food, drink, or stuff is with cigar. I pick that place because I want to smoke there. I'm not going in a place where we know this is not allowed to smoke.
I don't think we agree on this one, but that's fine.
Well, it's my opinion. As I say,
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm not conscious about it.
Hmm.
As I say, if it's a baby, it's his parents' choice to go there.
I don't know. I just feel like if they're there before us, if we were sat down and we were already smoking cigars, and then someone comes afterwards and they bring a child with them, then I'm like, okay, that's your responsibility. You put them here. What are you doing? You could clearly see us smoking a cigar. What are you playing at? Right? And then if you want to get all huffy and puffy about it, there's a middle finger there for you. But if they're already there, if no one's smoking, and then I turn up and light up, I just feel bad about that. I'd be like, no, I brought it there. I brought it.
Okay, now I'll give you some coming in my head.
Mhm.
Let's say again issue.
Yeah.
You're organizing smoking event.
Yeah.
You came in a smoking event, and there's a kid's birthday next to your table. What are you gonna cancel the smoking event?
No, that's different though, because we've arranged that. I mean, like, we've booked something.
Well,
We've told the host.
potentially all the time when I go to issue, especially, I always book a table.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
Even I'm going tomorrow or in Thursday.
Yeah.
We're going just 3 people. Only I will smoke.
Yeah.
And I also call the manager and say, can I have a table on the smoking terrace?
Yeah.
I don't care who's there.
Yeah, but we tell William what we're doing.
Yeah. But
Specifically.
imagine there's a group of people with kids sitting outside like 3 hours before me. Let's just say, you're organizing a smoking event and there's a bunch of kids out there being there for 3 hours before us.
Yeah.
No one else smoking. I'm not going to cancel my stuff because someone else decided to sit there. It's the restaurant responsibility, not mine. If they want to organize a place where nobody will smoke, they won't give me ashtray. They will say not smoking player here and stuff like that. I don't know. It's mine. It's enough. Or we'll say there's a very minimum places where actually you can go and enjoy cigars if it's not a cigar lounge. So I'm not gonna. There's every single bar you can go and eat food with your kids.
I think if you book the spot, then there's some leeway there. I think, but in my mind, again,
Okay, if you already booked the place and you
Yeah.
go there and
But
there's
again,
there are
Ray,
kids there,
let me just
so what,
clarify
you're gonna leave?
Ray, let me just clarify something. When I'm saying this, I'm not saying that you should do what I should do. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that if I turned up at a place, I haven't booked a spot, because that's what we do normally with this show, right? We just kind of turn up. I'll call up Alex. I'm like, Alex, what are you doing? And he'll be like, whatever he's doing, nothing. I'm sat at home twiddling my thumbs. That's how I imagine him. And and then I'll be like, Alex, do you want to come out smoke some cigars? I'm like, yeah, cool. But so we're not booking the place. We're just kind of turn up. If we're booking the place, William knows exactly what we're there for, right?
But he can't stop the kids going.
No, but I'm saying that
terrace.
he cordons off a whole section for us.
Well, will still be they will be on the terrace.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's a slight difference.
What's
there.
the difference?
The difference is if someone's already there, we haven't booked the spot. I'm just again.
Okay, even if you haven't booked, what's the difference?
I don't know. I just feel like that's a different kind of vibe. I don't think that I'd be comfortable bringing that to them. I feel like I'd be bringing something to them as opposed to like something being there and they coming up into that space.
I respect rules if there are rules. If there's no rules, I'll do what I want.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. I'm not saying that you should do what I do. Man, this cigar is not staying lit.
yeah. Of course, I'm not putting stuff on my hands and Of course, I'm not going to.
What are you going to just say? It.
I'm not putting shea butter on my hands. Of
Just
course.
say it. Yeah.
Yeah. My hands are soft enough.
Your hands are soft enough. I shook your hands, man. They're rough as hell.
I don't think so.
Put them on camera. Little baby hands.
I mean, they look soft because they're blurry.
Do you want to touch my hands?
No. Lean over. Oh, every time, huh? Every time.
Mm-hmm.
From now on, anytime no, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna give you any more fuel.
We don't need it.
No.
Shea butter burns well enough.
I hate you both.
Even we mentioned the shea butter last time when we smoked on issue, and my wife was there. What she say? That I never used.
Oh, these guys. You know what? Let me just stop. Right? These freaking. So Alex and his partner Rachel, right? Rachel's joined some of the Zoom chats. So they leave because you went to like a music event, right? After that, it was just Ray, his wife, Mace, his wife. I'm just on like the hot seat, man. Holy crap! The whole time they're just grilling me, like.
Yes, because
we had a whole freaking section. Right, that's another thing that annoys me, right?
Because
I'm just trying to sit down and smoke a cigar, and my friends can't leave me to smoke a cigar.
I am happily married for 20 years. Mace is happily married for 7-8 years. You're the only one single meeting 700 girls in a year. So why we not? Why we not just literally put it on cross and?
I've been seeing one person
a week.
I've had literally I've had dates with just one person.
Do you want me to start talking about your datings?
Tell them. Go on.
I'm telling it. On the issue meeting, I was gonna say, well, there was another girl which I already kind of split up. There was another girl which she liked me, but I don't want to, go sleep with her. And it's not my type. There's another girl in Cuba. She sent me a cigars randomly. There's another girl which I'm gonna meet, but she didn't turn up. Today he told me there's another girl which we having a date in McDonald's. So that was like 6 girls for 2 weeks.
It's the same girl. It's the same person.
I don't believe any of them exist, but
yeah,
none of them
exist. None of them exist. That's what we're gonna stick with. I'm just by myself. There's no one.
Or you just call your hand different names.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with that one. No, I told you that there was no, I don't even go into it because if I start saying something, then you're just gonna twist it and turn it into like, oh yeah, you went on a date with her. I literally said I didn't. What are you doing this for, man? What are you doing this? I know what that means, but no, I'm gonna carry on. Shut up. I'll say what I want to say. You guys have said your piece about me.
I'm gonna get Alex to help me to make a documentary about the Usman what do you call it?
Why do you guys think
singles life or something?
Why do you guys think that I've got?
Romantic.
Why do you guys think I'm going out with like loads of girls?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're too picky.
I'm going out with one person.
Of the week.
One individual person.
Let's go on the question side. We're ready for the questions section. You're going too much intimidated to Usman's Tinder life.
I don't have a Tinder life. Oh, gosh.
So.
Wait, babe, if you're watching this, I will send you a screenshot of my Tinder. You can look at that right now. There's nothing going on, okay?
You say you don't have Tinder.
I've got the app.
Okay, so what do you mean to have a Tinder? To have a room in your place?
But I'm not using it. Like, you can literally...
Okay, you have an app which you don't use.
Yeah, I've got loads of apps that I
use.
use.
As Andre says, this man is a strapping young lad. Let him have some fun.
He's not so young.
I'm not having fun.
Not so young.
Yeah, how old am I? 33. 33, yeah, I'm not that young.
So, anyway.
He liked MILFs.
But
Anyway, can we get vaguely back to the topic?
Listen. No, shut up, okay? You guys have said a lot of shit about me.
I haven't said anything.
You've been cheerleading him on the whole time, man. You're like giggling away in the corner because you haven't got a mic. No one can hear you and no one can see you. And he's doing this constantly at me. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Is the puppeteer?
He is. Alex is like that guy who's like, Ray, go on, say something. And then Ray says something. Alex, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Right, look. No, do you know what? I'm not.
Anyway, so Hamza asked ages ago, mould on cigars, wipe and light or throw in the bin?
Depends. Depends where the mold is. Depends to what extent. Depends on a lot of factors. You know, if it's just like a little bit of mold on the surface and you can brush it off, yeah, why not? I don't mind. I'll smoke it. I've smoked cigars with that which have had mold on them. Don't particularly care too much. But if it's like mold, generally speaking, rule of thumb is if the mold is on the foot, you don't really know how far the mold is. You know, actually, saying that, if we're being like really honest about it, if we're being really particular about it, if you could see mold on the surface, then the network of mold is probably a lot deeper into the cigar, because what you're seeing on the surface is just the spores, and the spores will appear at the last stage when it's kind of like ready to reproduce and go off and, you know, send the spores off into the air so that the mold can kind of spread a little bit more. That's how mold generally operates.
Theoretically, yes, but not all the time.
No, mold will operate like that. The network is going to be far greater.
If you have 5 cigars, one of them become moldy and then the mold go on the other cigars. The other cigars don't have mold in the middle.
No, not if they have spores on it. The spores, if you have spores on the front, on the surface, the networks are going to be far greater. This is why when you see bread and it's got a moldy section and a clean section, it's probably not safe to cut off the moldy section and carry on eating the rest of it. They've tested this out.
I do that all the time.
You do that all the time. They've actually tested. Generally, in a lot of cases, it would be fine because the mold might not be harmful.
Only penicillin.
You don't know that though. You don't know that. You don't know which mold.
Personally, if it's very, very moldy,
yeah,
I would probably not smoke it.
No?
If
yeah, like I
it's
said,
light,
it depends.
if it's light mold,
Yeah.
I would clean it, put it back in a humidor for at least a couple of weeks. Because if it's moldy, that's mean it's over humidified. You don't want to smoke cigar which is 80% humid. You're not gonna enjoy it. So the cigar not gonna be dry, definitely, because you have mold on it.
Yeah.
And ideally, it's not gonna be smokable. Even if you brush it, if it's little bit, if it's brush it and no mold on it,
If the
it's
mold
not gonna
is,
be.
yeah.
It will be humid. So leave it in a. If it's little bit of mold, brush it. Clean
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
wet wipes. Anything. Don't worry, you're not gonna damage the cigar if you clean it with wet wipes. Leave it in the humidor for a good few weeks. If there is no mold on the cigar after that, I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If the mold continue appear, then either you have a problem with the humidor, or maybe the cigar is literally badly moldy inside.
But with mold, my personal preference or my personal way of doing it is what Ray just kind of outlined. If you wipe it off and it's fine, generally okay. In a lot of cases, it's probably fine. However, if the mold continues or like I said, it varies. It depends on the actual particular scenario of your mold and your cigars.
I never have a moldy cigar. That's the one thing I want to experiment. But my cigars are always more drier than usually. So I smoke them dry. I prefer them 60, 62. And they're never going to get moldy. Unless someone bring me cigar from somewhere and the box is already moldy. But I never have that one in my opinion.
I've had a cigar which...
So I never smoke actually. I never brush my cigar and smoke it because I don't have...
When I was first, when I was still kind of relatively new in the cigar industry, I've been to stores, not in the UK. This was in Barcelona. So I was in Barcelona. I went to one of the stores, not the main store, I think. Yeah, went to one of the store, bought some cigars, and he gave me cigars which had a little bit of mold on it. But he told me it's plume. I was still relatively new at cigars at the time, so I didn't know any better, right? So he was like, yeah, you just wipe it off and smoke it. I said, fine. So I wiped it off and I smoked it, and it was okay. It was fine. There was no problem with it. But then again, it's not really something which is like, that's the situation in every... That's going to be the case in every situation. Depends. There are a number of factors that you need to consider.
So, Hamza had another question. The 2020 Cubans have been particularly good. Do we know why?
Well, 2020, 2019, 2018, they're really nice. Why? True answer, we might have it answered in the next few weeks. Maybe more.
Why do you think?
Because we will speak with Habanos eventually, or Hunters and Franco, and I'm going to ask them that question. Because it's not only my opinion. All the people say
a lot of people
the last few years they were way better than before.
But they're going to give us
in my opinion, they hire someone which is more care about the quality control, more about the checking the guys actually cut all the cigars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the only explanation because Cuba don't get the machine and draw, perfect draw machines and stuff. They have only one machine in the whole Cuba. So imagine like Joya de Nicaragua have like 10 machines in the factory. Cuba have one in the whole Cuba. So the machine which making a draw, the perfect draw.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. They have a specific name for that.
Well, they draw test it.
Draw tester, yeah. The only actually device which Cubans use from time to time to roll the cigars. But I'm guessing the quality control manager or something.
A sucking machine.
Yeah, something like that.
Was the way I mispronounced miswrote Seam's name as Slim because they misread it. So sorry. I'll go from the bottom. What lost cigar brand would you like to see be revived? Don't go for the obvious ones.
Nat Sherman, Cornelius and Anthony. Probably those two are one of my favorite ones, which not exist anymore. If we go for Cubans, there's a plenty of bands I want to see the oldest Cuban brand again. I always forget his name. I apologize about it. I know every Cuban aficionado need to know them. Andre probably pick it, but
Mistake.
It's Cornelius and Anthony, amazing brand, been ruined by the cigarette industry. Nat Sherman, another amazing brand, again ruined by the cigarette industry, and both brands not exist. So yeah, that's my brands which I miss. There's a good news about the Nat Sherman if people don't know it. Michael Herklotz is the guy which running the Nat Sherman operations for 10 years. He managed to bought 3 of the sub brands, and he will produce them soon with another name. So the cigar called Feria Tiempo, something like that. Feria, it's a weird name, which he will produce the Timeless, I'm pretty sure the Epoca, and I'm not sure which was the third one. But still, that's not Nat Sherman. It's just the sub brands, making by the same factory, same recipe, and same everything. But yeah, I would like to see maybe Camacho,
Go back to its glory days.
the old Camacho,
Okay.
produced by Aroa,
Yeah.
which is not gonna happen, obviously.
No.
But the new Camacho is completely different. It's nothing interesting there. I want to see actually Jamaican brands again made in Jamaica. Macanudo,
Macanudo Jamaican.
Tempo Ho, originally, yes.
Oh, I see.
But after the hurricane and stuff, basically the
That
American
industry
company.
is basically dead. Is dead
Yeah.
now, isn't it? Yeah.
So almost every old, Tempo Ho, one of the best cigars I ever smoked, made in Jamaica. Maybe if someone in Jamaica get the recipes and be able to produce them again, that would be really nice.
Personally, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I think maybe some of the older Cuban ones, possibly, but
If you go for the Cubans, there's a lot of discounted Vitolas which are missing. Don Alejandro,
Yeah, there are-
Buena have bunch of great Vitolas which
Don
are
Ale-
discounted.
Don Alejandro, is that discontinued? Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes. It's been discontinued like 5 years ago.
But you can still buy them. Is it just old stock?
Old stock.
Serious?
Mm-hmm.
They're brilliant cigars.
Cubans Perfectos. I miss them.
Okay, yeah.
Punch Diademas.
Yeah.
Jose Genner. Miss those cigars. They will be very expensive if they produce them now. But still,
Is the Sancho still available? Has that been discontinued?
Sancho, as far as I know, it's not discontinued, but they don't produce it.
So it's technically
Everything go for
discontinued.
not officially. I don't think they produce it. Everything go for a Monte. And also it's not been produced in the last
Yeah,
few years.
Montier hasn't been... Okay, I'd like to see the Montier again. I'd like to see
It's
the
not
Montier.
discounted.
Then why can't you...
Because it's, I believe it's not cost effective for them.
Yeah, I can imagine why. 'Cause
It's a big
freaking
cigar.
Huge cigar.
It's not. It's what, 40 pounds in UK.
No, they've gone up. They're like 100. Well,
No,
that's because of the supply.
It's 40 pounds was last
No.
retail for Monte or something.
No.
I buy Monte for 45 pounds last time when I buy from
When?
UK. 3 years ago probably.
Okay, in the last
So
years.
for the same money, you buy now Esplendidos and stuff, which
Yeah.
are fairly smaller cigars than that.
Yeah.
So that's why they they prefer to
but
produce more
now-
expensive cigars.
But now the Monty A, if you can find them, they're like £100 in the UK. The Sancho was
Oh,
about
that's all cheap.
35, 40.
I'm pretty sure you can find Monte for less
They're
than
not
50.
in store, but when I went on to Cigars, I went into Liverpool. It was £100 each.
Maybe
They're
old
not on
ones.
the. They're not on the website though. So they're on their like like each store has their own particular collection.
I
which
have
is on their
a
own store.
really good friend which smoke a lot of Monte A's.
Yeah.
And he always show me pictures that he found them in some shops in the London. He live in London.
Yeah.
He found them in the different shops and he never paid more than 45 quid for them.
Really?
Yeah. He
I'm-
still managed to find some of them in the
Interesting.
coffins. So, yeah. And last time he literally bought a box from Spain, which he said they're available everywhere in Spain.
I bought them from Germany because I couldn't find them over here. They were just gone. Right. Went to Liverpool. They had a few there. The first time I went, but they were £100 each. I was tempted, but I thought £100 for a cigar, probably not. And I decided to get a bunch of Fundadoras instead. And then I came back next time, they were all gone. And they're not on the site. Went to a bunch of stores in London as well. I couldn't find them. So I don't know which stores that guy went to. But I'd like to know which stores he went to.
Oh, man, I can ask him.
If you can, that'd be brilliant. Because I'd like to know where that...
He
'cause
probably
that's
buy
about-
them all.
Hmm?
He buy them all. Every time he find any, he buy them all.
He just buy them all. Okay. It's a good cigar. I don't think it's the best cigar I've ever smoked, but it's a good cigar.
One day, I promise you, you'll smoke another one.
So
Have you got some?
I have box with 10 in the wooden brown box, not in a coffins. They're from the personal collection of Harold Wilson, Prime Minister. Like mid 80s. They have cracks and stuff for them. They're not in a perfect shape, but they're
Widows?
smokable. No, in the auction from the Harold Wilson stuff actually. Yeah,
Really?
widows, because his widow, I think or some of his family will sell all the pictures,
yeah.
books. That auction, you can literally buy a book signed by all kind of presidents and stuffs. And I was so tempted to buy Charlie Chaplin autobiography signed by Chaplin and some other people. It's gone like £500-600,
Oof.
but I think it was cheap. And I managed to buy accidentally 8 boxes with Romeo and Juliet and Monte Thompson cigars, which was an American cigars.
So we did have a question from Seam asking about recommending cigar literature.
There's a couple of books. I can't remember the names though.
Depend what you want to read.
There's one book which is like
If you want to read
£750.
information which is like more pure technical information,
Yeah.
Encyclopedia of Habanos, History of Habanos,
Yeah, that's
whatever
good.
it's
Yeah,
called,
yeah.
Mineral Ni. It's a white book. Last edition was 2005.
How much is that?
So, well, if you're lucky, you might find it for around £400-500 in eBay and stuff like that.
It's about £750 brand new.
If you're in a shop, you need to pay like a lot of money. And
Guess what? You know that book? Damie from Barros. She was one of the sources. So she was like boasting to me. She was like, not
Yeah.
boast. She was like telling me about it. She goes, look, check this out. This is out. I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, but it's a nice book. The only down points is everything after 2002, 2003. There's no information about it. So you have a lot of sources for vintage Cubans, old Cubans, how to store them, how many years they need, and Vitolas and some stuff which they don't have even pictures of the cigars because they've never been officially for sale. But it's a great source. If you want more, let's say, new stuff, go for one book called Impossible Cigar Collection.
Yeah.
That is a £1,000 book as well. So it's very expensive. If you want more cheap stuff, go for a Cinco de Cades.
No, that one, the Impossible, that one, sorry, I got mistaken. The Impossible one is $750.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Still very pricey.
Impossible Collection of Cigars is 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a very new book.
Yeah, no, sorry, that's the one that Damie
Yeah.
is a source of.
If you want more cheap stuff, obviously not that crazy expensive, go for a Cinco de Cades. It's a book about Joya de Nicaragua. It's written by Nick Hammond, and it's an amazing book.
What about the
It's-
Around the World in...
yeah, that was mine,
is that the one?
but the Cinco de Cades is more not that technical stuff. It's just the story of the Joya de Nicaragua,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
struggles and stuff. Also the 80 cigars around the world,
Yeah.
again by Nick Hammond,
Yeah.
which is like short stories and fun stories. Basically, Nick Hammond has been all kind of places in the world. There was a story about how he smoked Monte number 4 in a landmine field in Kosovo, where basically just nearly step on the landmine and stuff. It's a lot of fun stories. How he smoked in Africa, some stuff. So yeah, it's a great stuff. There's a lot of other small books, cigars, cigars and whatever, all related to the cigars. I don't think any of those is proper worth reading, because they like showing you like 20 different cigars, explain the taste and stuff, but some of the cigars are quite old.
Yeah.
There's a book from
Didier
Hohenhagel. If Alex can type the name, or Andre will know the name if it's there. It's a leaf something. If you like Didier Hohenhagel book, it will come on Google. I can't remember the name. It's about the leaf or something. So Didier is an agronome, one of the very few Europeans. He's a Dutch or Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. He's owner of the boutique cigars. He produced La Ley, La Preferida, Nicarao. That brands are his. And he wrote amazing book about purely about the leaves, the soil, the technologies, and it's quite interesting. It's not that expensive. It's not easy to find it as well. It's sold out everywhere, but eBay and Amazon, you might have some copies left.
Didier
Hohenhagel.
It was From Soil to Soul.
Yeah, From Soil to Soul. That is the book. I believe it was green color, if I'm not mistaken. I read it long time ago, and I want to find one actually. One copy. I tried a few times. I didn't manage to find a copy. That's an amazing books if you want interesting stuff. And every other thing you find, it might give you some information, but it's not complete. It's not. Most of them are like made like 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Not many New World brands for like Fuente. They have like 20 Ashtons, that stuff. But
so would you say that there aren't many great books that are coming out over the last 5 years?
Probably no.
Really?
The From Soil to Soil, Impossible Cigar Collection. That's the Cinco de Carats. That's the 3 books coming recently, and they worth reading it. That's my opinion on the books.
Okay. Any other questions?
Plenty.
Oh, we've got loads.
Cheese.
Hello,
Cheese and cigars.
Hello, cheese.
Recommend.
I'm a big cheese fan. I eat almost every single cheese, but I never find a good pairing with the cigars. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the cheese and cigars.
I think
cheese overtastes everything, and especially
cheese is good if you want to like refresh your palate.
Not for refreshing. Cheese is salty and stuff, and not refreshing. You just in.
I've had a good cheese plate with a cigar, and it worked quite nicely.
Not for me. I try. As I say, I eat every single cheese you can imagine, apart of the cottage cheese, which I don't count for cheese. Everything else is amazing. Cheese by itself, maybe with wine and other spirits, but cigar with them, I never find a compliment.
I've had good experiences with. I don't know what the cheese is called. I just have the cheese, and yeah, I've had twice now, 2 occasions where I've had a cheese plate, and I've had a cigar with it, and I thought it was great. I think it worked really well. But then the cheese with cheese plates, you get like loads of fruits with it as well and stuff. So I don't know. It's like a combination of different things as opposed to just cheese by itself.
What about mold on cheese? Do you wipe it off and smoke it, or do you throw it?
Did you say that? Is that your question?
No, that's from Seam.
Depends what kind of mold it is, right?
The mold, the better. Moldy, the better.
And yeah, Lee was putting out the cheese plate. It's called a cheese board.
Cheese board, cheese plate. I apologize. It
I
is
was
a
thinking
board.
the same thing, Lee.
Cheese board. Why didn't you correct me then?
Because you were talking.
You could have done this again.
Where are we?
I don't know. You're the one managing it.
Any more questions?
You say plenty.
I know. You just said plenty a minute
That was
ago.
the 2 questions.
Oh, plenty. 2.
That's plenty for me. Macy's asking how the cigars are. That's an easy one.
Not bad. Tasty. I expect to be stronger. It wasn't being stronger, despite the fact it's Maduro and it's supposed to be stronger. I would say 50-50 for a copy version of the original Hoyo.
Uh-huh.
It's AJ, it's Fernandez cigar. I never like a lot of the AJ stuff, so maybe I'll smoke one at some point, but not recently.
This one was surprisingly good. Had a few, like, at the beginning, everything was perfect. But then after the halfway point, the draw got really tough.
Yeah, I've seen you take out like 5 stems of it.
I know, it got really tough. Like, the draw just got really tough. And then I took a bunch of tobacco out of it. Now it's perfect again. And the flavors are back to what it was at the beginning. So I don't... Beginning stage, the flavors were just amazing on this one. Halfway point, kind of got a bit funny with the draw. Took a bunch of tobacco out. And then it just went back to the original flavor at the beginning of the cigar. And I'm really enjoying it now. So, yeah. Had a bit of a problem with this one. But other than that, in terms of flavor, it's been amazing. I've really, really enjoyed this smoke.
So, Seam was asking also about the best cigars with 3 transitions. Which I guess doesn't happen that often.
It's absolutely right. It doesn't happen often.
I think there are a couple of Davidoff cigars that I smoke which have three transitions. Lancero, the Davidoff Lancero, very distinct. So the thing, I'm going to explain this in photography terms now.
We haven't done one on the bingo yet, so carry
on. Actually, no, because then it's just going to get too technical for no reason. Davidoff cigars, I find some of them are a little bit technical, like very technical, in the sense that you have rather abrupt changes. So it's like when you get to the first third, bang on the first third, that's where the transition is. Bang on the halfway point, you get a transition. Final third, you get a transition. And it's like really structured in terms of how it transitions. I don't think that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just what it is. So I find Davidoff cigars tend to have some Davidoff cigars, like the Lancero definitely had it. The Late Hour in some instances have that. I don't find it all the time, but that could be just my mood. But Late Hour generally, in my experience, has had that, where it's got distinct changes as you go through the thirds. Cubans, I don't think a lot of Cubans have that. They're very, very... You have subtle changes, in my view. They tend to be a little bit more consistent. But if they do have a transition, it tends to be like a blended transition. It tends to kind of like smoothly transitions from one section to the other. Like one flavor will kind of drop out, another will kind of slowly take over. It's almost like a fade in music, like, you know, when a song kind of fades out, another one comes in, kind of like that. That's how I kind of imagine it. But 3 transitions, yeah.
You have decent transitions between the parts. If I have cigar like that, for me that's an amazing cigar.
Okay.
I can mention the last 3 or 4 cigars which for me have been amazing, which I smoked recently. I hope the guy which asking that question will manage to find them, because they're not easy to find. But Viaje 5th anniversary, I smoked it in Saturday. Amazing cigar. It's a Perfecto side, long, about 47, 48 ring gauge, something like 6.5, 7 inches. Tatuaje Monsters Kruger, another cigar from like 5-6 years ago, another amazing cigar, the full size, same Vitola, long Perfecto. Umbagok by Saka, it's probably the cheapest from all those I'm mentioning, and it's fairly new cigar. It was an amazing cigar as well.
Yeah.
Undercrown Maduro Dogma Edition, Dojo Edition actually, it's a Dogma called, but Dojo Edition. I'm not fan of the Undercrown Maduro usually, but that was an amazing cigar. Joya de Nicaragua Clásico Viante, which is a size A, 8.5 inch by 52. That was from 70 something, 72, 73, which is an amazing cigar, but it's very old and it's amazing, unexpectedly good. Plasencia Orchard Selection, for me was an amazing cigar.
I thought that was good.
So that was the last 5-4 cigars smoked in the last month or so.
I got
which I found them amazing.
The Orchard Selection, I got transition halfway through, but I didn't feel a lot of transition in the thirds. There was some, but it wasn't like a distinct, clear transition, because it kind of fade in and out between, like a particular flavor would be there, it kind of fade out and then come back in. But halfway point, there was a, in my view.
If the guy is in the States,
yeah.
I don't know where's the guy. If he's in the States, you need to try Punch, the Chinese editions. There are 3 cigars released 3 consecutive years. The Punch Kung Po, the Punch Po, whatever. You know, the Chinese, they have Chinese band, Chinese name. There are 3 different Vitos. The last one.
Are they like limited edition for the year?
They're limited, but they're available everywhere.
Like Euro Yorks, those types of cigars?
No. They're made again related to the Chinese market, but they are available only in America. I don't know why. They're like $5 a piece, very cheap. One of the best copies of the cigars I've smoked. They're punch, obviously. They come in 3 different Vitos, 3 different blends. So the first one was like short Robusto. The second one was Lancero.
Yeah.
The one they released this year was Toro. All of them, unbelievable good cigar.
Yeah.
I don't expect even, I don't know, 1/3 of that cigar to be that good. So good. And it's a $5 cigar.
Interesting. Is it $5 in retail?
Yeah.
Really?
It's one of the cheapest cigars you can get in the States. Their box is even weird looking. The one with the Lanceros,
Yeah.
the box is actually Chinese takeaway chopsticks. The boxes with, the carton boxes?
Yeah.
With the 2 chopsticks on the front. on the top.
Yeah.
All the boxes look like
That's pretty
Chinese
cool.
takeaways.
That's pretty cool.
And when you take out the band,
Yeah.
on the inside part of the band, on the inside, you have a Chinese cookie fortune, message. Every band is different.
Right, we're coming to the end, so let's go on to
Yeah, we're over 2 hours now.
any quick questions.
Favorite flavor of crisps? Lawrence has turned up, so
Hi, Lawrence.
obviously he asks.
Quick.
Kettle cheese and onion.
I
Kettle
don't-
cheese or
Kettle.
whatever. Kettle crisps.
Kettle chips. Yeah.
Kettle chips.
Just you said it as kettle. Yeah. Right.
Kettle.
Kettle flavored crisps.
No.
I
Kettle
don't-
the brand.
I don't eat crisps.
Well, that killed the conversation, didn't it? Oh, I don't eat crisps.
I'm not eating them. How is it favorite flavor if I'm not eating them?
Okay, fine then. Oh my gosh.
Air flavor. Last one then. Last quick one
Mhm.
from Andre. I mean, you sort of touched on this earlier, Ray. What do you think about seeing people smoke cigars backwards?
I want to try that.
If the people don't know how to smoke, they're not gonna enjoy it. If it's an experiment, it's an interesting experiment. I don't think it's work. It doesn't. It's just the cigar is rolled to be smoked in a specific way. If you smoke it other way around, it just doesn't taste nice. I smoke 4 or 5.
Does it
cigars
taste drastically different?
Yeah.
Really?
Nothing else. Don't burn well and stuff like that, and no combustion, but they taste completely different.
In a good way or bad way?
Bad way.
Bad way.
Yeah.
Like bitter, bad, horrible.
Just not taste nice, you don't like it, don't enjoy it. If it's some good cigar, try with some Montefort, for example,
Yeah.
which you know very well,
Yeah.
or you don't want to throw a good cigar. Try with Montefort. Don't cut even, just lit it. It will burn over, the cup will overburn. And try, we'll see it's different.
I'm going to try with the Monty 3.
Yeah, if you have some cigar which smoked recently a lot, try with me.
Okay. Last very quick fire question.
Mm-hmm.
Hoya de Monterey or Partagas?
Depends, really. Depends. I like both. I know Ray doesn't generally... I'm speaking for him, I apologize, but...
That are probably 2 of my least favorite Cuban.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe if it's a specific Vitola, I might be able to say it, but Partagas, Maduro, yes.
Good cigar. A really good cigar.
Hoyo, I'm not fan of the Epi2. I'm not fan of the Epicure Special. Not fan of the most of the Hoyos, so I wouldn't pick any of them if I need to pick.
I think between the two, I generally... No, it depends. I like both. I like both of them. So, like right now I'm smoking a Partagas E2. Really good cigar. It's not the best Partagas I've ever smoked. And then I love the San Juan. I like the Epicure too. I like a bunch of them. I think it depends on your mood. Yeah, depends on your mood, I guess. What you feel like. If you prefer... I find that Hoyos tend to be a little bit more mild in general. And Partagas, for me, I find Partagas to be quite strong. It's a massive daddy long leg flying around, isn't there? But no, Partagas, I find them to be quite strong. I find Partagas to be a lot stronger than even Bolivar. They hit me a lot harder. So, depends on if I want that strength or not.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that everything? Okay, well, another edition of Ray and I ranting. And I've enjoyed this. Except for the part where they keep grilling me. But, I guess I'm just used to it now. Mace, listen, next time you join us, leave me alone, man, please.
So, again, thank you from us. And it's been an interesting topic. Maybe not so popular as some of the others. But we decided we need to make a rant show where Cigar runs. We need to rant in some point. We not mentioned Gurkha yet, but now I'm going to mention Gurkha.
Don't smoke them.
So we might do soon Zoom session, maybe not next week, week after, or something like that. Usman promised that Davidov will be live tomorrow as well. Next week, don't forget, we have a very special guest, Jose Blanco, and he will join us from the beginning. So feel free if you have any specific questions which you don't think we answer correctly, you don't trust us, you don't want our opinion, you want the full professional mastermind of the cigars to answer you.
Yeah,
basically, that
definitely.
is the Jose Blanco
That guy,
professor.
oh.
50 years in the cigar industry. He know everything.
Practically
And,
everything.
Yeah, he will be here. I'm hoping we'll having no technical issues. As I say, that will be our first session like that. So if we have anything not perfect, please apologize us and don't push it too hard to us. And
No, I think people are generally really
well, yeah,
Yeah.
it will first of a kind show. If it's a successful, so many people line up for the next shows. Not every show, of course, will be like once in a month, but
yeah.
let's see how that will go. And yeah, you know what to do. Smoke the cigars. Don't keep them in the boxes.
Unless they're Gurkha. Throw them all. I'm kidding. No, Gurkhas, smoke them as well. You know, enjoy your cigars, whatever you enjoy. But yeah, I think it's been a decent... I had a few more rants that I wanted to go through, but I think we kind of ran away with the questions. But that's fine. You know, it's a bit of a community. Happy to obviously discuss everything with you guys.
You want to discuss your Tinder life? That's why you
It's not
lose your
my
time.
Oh my god.
That's why you're losing time
No,
with the
I didn't want to talk about it. You guys keep bringing it up.
You just say, no, I'm not commenting, and we carry on.
Because I don't comment. You guys comment. You guys keep saying stuff. And I'm like, I keep biting. That's what it is. Shut up, Ray. Anyway, yeah, we've been drinking Diet Coke this whole... I think all of us had Diet Coke today, didn't we?
Someone need to drive.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As usual, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for your questions. Always great seeing you guys in the chat, and really appreciate you taking the time watching us talk our nonsense and making fun of me. So thanks for that. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all that typical good stuff, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Alex, any final words?
Bye.
I said words.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.